What up? What up? What up? We in here tonight, man. Welcome back. No strings attached. It's Wednesday. We here. God dang it.
My name is.
But we here. We gonna make it do what it do. Let's go, man. Let's go tonight. Heavy topic tonight. Heavy topic.
But we here.
Oh, that was me. My bad.
Torian don't believe that we live. I just told you we live. But no, heavy topic tonight, right? We're gonna talk about domestic violence red flags, you know, because sometimes there can be some signs there. I'm not saying all the time, but sometimes there can be. So we'll talk about that along the lines of the situation going on right now, the allegations against Jonathan Majors. We'll get into all that, man, and a bunch of other fun stuff before and after that. So we'll have a good time tonight. As always, man, thank y'all for always joining us. Make sure if you are not subscribed but you like the content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. It don't cost you nothing. You did hit the notification bell so you know we go live right here on YouTube. You understand? Or if you listen to us in the podcast form, we do appreciate that though on the audio side, man. Wherever you listen to us, we thank y'all. Whether it's Spotify, what is that? Who got the Torian trying to get us a copyright strike with all this music in the background right now? That's what Torian's goal tonight.
It will not shut up. There we go.
Torian's goal right now. Let's see if we can handle shit down. Okay, I see what you're doing. But all right, no, man, that's it. I just want to thank everybody as always, man. We do appreciate y'all. So let's get it, man. We got the crew in the building tonight. We're gonna have a good time since he's already interrupting the show. It's I Runs Wild. He acting a fool already. It's Torian here with us, man. What up, cousin Torian?
What's up, y'all? Happy hump day. Happy Wednesday. Y'all already know what it is. I'm ready to get into my ish, so let's go.
You understand. My guy up top, man. It's my dude Lionel, man. He got some big things coming for y'all. We'll get to that whenever he ready to. What up, Locke?
What up, y'all? I'm back on the airwaves and back on your screens with my woes. What to do?
You understand. And look, coming off the ladies' night, she was on a high. She had, I got all my sisters and mates. She was feeling it. And for the last 2 weeks, she's been surrounded by this masculinity, god dang it, this toxicness. I'm playing.
You're actually the only toxic one.
I am, and I take pride in it. The proprietor of NaysTouchJewelry.com. Naomi, what up, Nate?
Hey y'all, happy No Strings Day. I'm happy to be back on another Wednesday with y'all. So, let's talk some stuff. You gonna smoke on with me? Smoke. I've been doing Ramadan, so I'm fasting from weed too during the daylight hours. So it's trying to be my first joint of the day. Let's get it.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that's doing Ramadan right now. Shout out to y'all. Be strong. You know what I'm saying? Hold it down. Hold it down, P.O.P.
It really just be the water. It'd be the water and the weed for me. That's the hardest. I usually already fast from food regularly already. So it'd be the water though that killed me.
The water and the weed. Is that in the Quran? Do it say that? Is that a surah in the Quran? The water about the water and the water and the weed. God dang it. Shout out to that though. All right, let's get it though, man. I want to go straight to this because it's not quite summer yet, but people are saying right now we are in what's called stepdaddy season is approaching. Is it here or is it approaching? I don't know.
It's here.
It's here? It's a month.
Today is the first day, okay? It just arrived. First day of stepdaddy season.
It's the first day of stepdaddy season. Okay. Can someone tell me what the hell? So this is just when the baby mamas are out here looking good and they pulling some. That's what's going on right now.
Man, it's just about that time, for niggas to step up. Niggas be trying to shoot their shots at the mamas all the time. So, hey.
When does
shit that comes with it, okay?
Are we in sundress season yet? I don't know. Where are we there yet? Or we still got a few more weeks?
It just got a little chilly here in Houston, so not quite. Maybe in April. We'll see what we're looking like next month.
Y'all let me
but
know.
I did just buy my first couple spring dresses, so it's here. We just waiting for the weather. Once the weather is then yeah.
And I guess there's a new thing now as well. Are we gonna also, since me and my toxic brothers, we celebrate sundress season? Are people gonna also start? Are they gonna start celebrating what they call a ho daddy short season? What they call them?
Hoochie daddy.
Hoochie daddy. Is that when? I don't want to leave nobody out. When does hoochie daddy short season start?
I don't know. I still kind of prefer sweatpants season, which we're just leaving. You know, I like me a nice little dick print.
I mean, you get dick print and hoochie daddy shirts too. Don't get it wrong.
Kinda, it depends. I'm like, I'm
It
trying
don't
to see.
depend.
I'm
It
trying
be
to see
there. I be
it
seeing
come
them.
out.
Yeah, I be seeing them. Trust me. It ain't that season yet, but you know it's coming up vastly.
The people need these calendar reminders. They need to know what season we in. God dang it! All right, so we'll get to it. But right now, it is stepdaddy season, and this just went viral. So let me pull this up. Hold on. This young lady, this was hilarious. So what happened in this? I was a little bit off on this. So dudes was, what were they doing? Hold on, tell me what's going on here, Torian.
Basically, I don't know if I feel like it's multiple women doing this now, but basically the first woman I seen, she was she said she be like wasting these men time. So be like, she know she ain't gonna do nothing with them, and she'll just send them like a prompt and be like, act like you gonna say something to my kids. Send me a voice memo of what you gonna say, and then they'll ask like, what you want me to say? And then in this one, she said, say what your mama said. Wait, say what your mama just tell you to do. And the dudes sent their voicemail. Then you got other dudes just sending like random stuff. It's hilarious.
No, it is hilarious. It kind of reminds me of back in the day. They used to have like the dating game back in the day, and where like there's a person there, and then it's like three people that they can't see, and they, Jesus, what up? The baby is here, and and they're just asking them questions, and they be like something like, "Hey, so if I was doing this, how would you say it, or what would you do?" So it took me back to those old school days, man. So let's play some of this. Some of these people in the response. What up? They go to homie in here. There we go. Buddy here. There you go. Lay but here. There we go. Oh, let's play a little bit of this though. Let me see where this first one at. Because some of these dudes was having too much damn fun. Here we go. Maybe. There you go.
Hey, little JJ, what did your mama tell you to do? Hey, little JJ, what did your mama tell you to do?
That nigga sounds like he is laying down on his stomach and he sounds husky.
No facts.
That nigga sounds
I
husky.
picture him as like Trick Daddy.
I'm like, that's a no for me. Next.
It's a pass on that one, Naomi. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's see what we got. Oh, damn, I hit the wrong button. My bad. That's Megan. Hold on. Here we go.
If you want to get big and strong, you're going to listen to what your mother's saying, boy.
Okay. What do we think? One more time.
If you want to get big and strong, you're going to listen to what your mother's saying, boy.
That's some pick me energy, right?
Yeah.
They said very soft, no authority. No, my son is not listening.
Yeah, he gonna keep doing what he's doing. All right, to the next one.
Boy, get off that game. All you do is play the goddamn game. You think it's a game out here for real, huh? Take the trash out, listen to your mama, do your homework. I love you, boy.
I like that one. Okay, contestant number 3.
You like number 3? Okay, Naomi likes number 3 so far. All right, let's go to number 4. Here we go.
You sit down, Marcus. Not going to tell you again. Matter of fact, go to your room. Go to your room right now. Go to your room. Go clean your room. You sit down, Marcus. Not going to tell you again. Matter of fact, go to your room. Go to your room right now.
All right, cursing at your son. What say you, Naomi?
I'm like, I don't like that because I had seen one on Twitter and his voice sounded so good. And of course, he ended up being from Texas. I was like, wow, I love a Texas nigga. But he had cussed, and I was like, no, do not cuss at my child. We fucking end up fighting. I'm like, yeah, don't do all that. You ain't gotta do all that because I don't even cuss at my own kids.
So you still on contestant 3? All right, let's go to contestant 5.
Hey! Stop all that! What your mama just tell you to do? Matter of fact, come on. We getting dressed. We about to go get her a gift and then come back and make her breakfast because y'all tripping.
There you go. The ladies into the chat. The sister wives are in here.
Right.
Period. I'll take it.
Okay. It was a little pick-me-ish as well.
No, very thoughtful for me though. Very, very thoughtful for the mother. So,
all right, let's go number 6. Here we go.
Hey, se alguém não colar, vai futar essa mamão de. Ticação, fut.
Whatever's going on, he's definitely in trouble.
Right.
I would just start putting shit up. Somebody told me that. Whatever he just said, I'm putting stuff up. All right, that's for if y'all out here dating somebody that speak multiple language. Whatever they start talking to you.
No, I'm about to say because literally that is a thing. My kid don't understand.
Yeah, he gonna be there confused as hell. All right, let's go number 7.
Yo, come here. What your mom just tell you to do? All right, so where you going? Go do it. Yo, come here. What your mom just tell you to do? All right, so where you going? Go do it.
There you go.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one too. Number 3 and number 7. Okay.
The East Coast.
Yeah, East Coast is in here tonight. All right, let's go number 8.
Hey, man. Hey, what your mama just tell you to do? She should only have to tell you one time. Now, if I got to disturb her peace for you, boy, I'm on your. Don't get to it. Yeah, she gone. Man, load that back up, little. Come get this work in 2K.
My man.
I'm like, I like his voice.
Yeah, that was soothing.
Because the way a man sounds is very like important to me. I really have to be attracted to your voice too.
But niggas be having telephone voice though, Naomi.
I mean, they can have telephone voice, but some men just sound good.
Okay, there you go.
Either way, they just talking, you know.
I'm not hating on the brother, but this does sound like some shit that I would 100% say. Because I'm the one that'll be saying, my wife be like, tell the kids do this. I'll be like, do it. I'm like, come on, let's go back. Because make no mistake, I'm always on the sticks with the kids. All right, what we got coming out?
5:32 in the morning. Them kids sleep here. What you trying to do? Them kids trying to do what you trying to do.
That nigga said it's 5:32 in the morning. What you trying to do? Lord, ain't nobody got to go to work?
Now I feel that. Okay, 5:32, shit, that's enough time to get it in and take a nap before I even gotta fucking go to work for real.
Hold on. You gonna sleep the night
away? Put my ass back to sleep. I don't be waking up.
Oh, damn.
I'm like, I get up about 9. You know, I clock in. I lay that shit back down.
Okay, there you go. So that was the last one, I think. What you said, 3 and who? 3 and 8?
Number 3 and 7. And I like number 8 voice, but he did cuss.
There you go. All right, man. So that was, stepdaddy season. You shoot y'all shots out here, man. You gotta be willing to kick it with the kids. That's all I'm saying. You gotta do some fun stuff with the kids if you're gonna be a stepdaddy. So, if you start choosing, if you see out in that sundress and that thing is thangin', remember that there's other responsibilities that come along with that. You understand? I need for them to do some more of these. They need to have these dudes say other stuff now.
No, I'm definitely like, because when I seen it, I was like, wow, I really should. Yeah. That girl said, say what your mama just told you to do.
I don't know, Naomi. Your son look kind of tough. I don't know if he listening to nobody like that.
My son is kind of tough, but I'm also not even the type to just have my son around niggas. Like, there has been no man, that has been around my son like that ever. I don't play that.
There you go.
Until now, because it's stepdaddy season. So. Nah, but I don't play around. I don't play around that way. Like, if my son knows a dude, it's because that's dead ass gonna be his stepdaddy. That's the only reason.
No, I think that's definitely important though. I think sometimes, man, people will let anybody meet their kids.
People do care. And even though, but I feel like if a dude met my kid, I wouldn't feel like, oh, my son would be so sad if he ended up leaving his life. Like, man, he'd be okay. Like, he got an actual daddy and a mama is cool. But yeah, some people definitely go too far. Like, they don't care. Like, they'll have their kids around people, but no, I don't play them games.
Right. No, real talk. All right. Before we get to the whole situation of red flags and domestic violence, I'm going to do one more thing that's not so heavy real quick. This went kind of low key viral. I don't know. I guess it was viral. So it's almost 3 million. So I guess I'm gonna call that viral. Did y'all catch this? This young lady at her wedding, where she is professing at her wedding on her knees, Jesus, for her king. So let's play this, and I don't know.
I
What y'all
think I
think about
scrolled
this.
past it, but
Yeah,
I remember kind of seeing it.
let me know what y'all think.
Yeah,
Hit a
I
sister
scrolled
go.
past it.
There she go. Talk to me.
Let me get my Bible, because what's
I will
Proverbs
become
31 say?
that woman that builds the home as I follow you, as you follow Christ. That is the only thing that we will do in our household. And I promise and I vow that in heaven they hear. On earth, I declare and decree, I shall be a submissive wife unto you as we continue to do this work of God. Because to us, this is beyond just love. This is about God. This is about kingdom. This is about our duty, reflecting to the world what true marriage, what God really intends for marriage to be. I honor you, Miles. And I love you with my all, with all my heart.
Shout out to that queen who's in love. Shout out to her.
Yeah, she wild. Yeah, she a wild one.
Is it doing too much, or is it just she's in love? I mean,
She entitled to do what she want to do. You
there you
won't
go.
catch me doing that though.
I'm like,
Ain't
you're in your wedding dress. Why are you on your knees right now?
right? Like, girl, stand the fuck up.
Hold on. So
And he not
Like,
even crying.
you get
like,
on your knees later, baby girl. Later.
hold on. Torian said he not even crying.
Like, he needs to be crying for me to do this. I need to see something.
No, and she almost forgot her damn lines. I'm like, get it together. She was
Torian, you don't like the reaction, Torian? You need him to be crying if she gonna do all that?
Yeah.
Nah, I like him because he was standing there like, yeah, that's right. There you go.
Did you cry when you got married, Roy?
No, ma'am. Why would I cry?
I don't know. Some men be crying.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
Did y'all cry at the birth of your children, Lionel and Roy?
Oh man, you know what? That did get me. I ain't gonna front. That did kind of get me. I didn't cry, but I was like, I did get emotional. I ain't gonna fly.
What about you, Lionel?
Lionel jumped off the stream. He said, "Don't ask me nothing." Oh, there you go.
I cried for Ocean, but I didn't cry for Nas, ironically.
Okay.
Like I was
I'm
like,
like, but I didn't cry when I gave birth. But I'm not really a tears of joy type person. I prefer tears of sorrow.
Like, I don't know. It's the concept of birth, even though, after all it's just something, I don't know. It's something weird about, like, I know there's a human growing inside of you, right? I'm aware. I know this. I went to college. But like that whole thing of like, we left the house to go to the hospital and now we come back and there's a tiny human with us. Like, I don't know.
I feel like it definitely hits different for men just because, like, it is kind of just like a concept for y'all. Like, okay, there is a baby. I know that there's a baby, but, y'all aren't feeling it the same way that a women, like, once women are pregnant, then, okay, the baby's already here. Like, this is already a reality for women. So it definitely kind of takes, like, the physical side for men.
Yeah. Hold on. I see what she said. She said, I need my man Snotty at the wedding. Damn.
Okay, come on.
Maybe just a couple of tears. I don't know. I don't know. I don't be thinking too much.
I know I'll be an emotional wreck at our wedding for sure. I'm getting emotional just like thinking about it. That's really heavy, honestly.
You know what's crazy? I don't know. I was just like, I don't know, man. I'm just weird about that kind of stuff because, like, I like because I'm like, I'm an old nigga. I'm an old jock. That's why I get all my masculinities, my toxic masculinity traits from the old jock stuff. So I look at it just like I'm going into a game. I'm like, I psych like literally, I got a tape somewhere in here. Nobody's ever seen it. I've never even watched it, but I recorded myself like giving myself like this whole pregame speech before the wedding. Like, all right, nigga, we doing this, goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's somewhere in the house on a save this. But yeah, it was like I had to like get myself hyped for a game. I played music while I'm getting dressed. I'm like getting ready for a game. I got DMX playing. Like, it's going up. So Yeah, it was like I was going into it, and it's ironic. This is how crazy I am. I got married. When I got married, I was 33, and I was like, "This is how stupid I am." In that video, I've never played it to anybody. I might not ever show it to anybody. I'm like, "Yeah, Jesus died at 33, so this is me. this is this is me. This is me dying right now. And I'm gonna become something new. I'm gonna become something new on the other side of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, so it was some real talk though. But anyway,
no, for real. I was actually just having like the thoughts that like one of the reasons I don't be believing in marriage is because I don't be believing in divorce. And so I'm like, damn, maybe if I start believing in divorce, I can believe in marriage. Like I can get into like marriage because I be thinking like marriage needs to be for life, for sure. But I don't know if that's actually possible in the way that I would want that shit to be.
Interesting.
So I don't know. I think I definitely do got to start conceptualizing like divorce as an actual thing.
As an actual,
an
actual
option.
I'm like total opposite because I would never consider like that's not an option for me at all in any circumstance.
I don't know, Lionel. We gonna get into a topic tonight, Lionel, where it may have to be a possibility, my guy. Now, hold on now. But hold on, let me play this queen one more time. I want to play this queen one more time. This is a queen honoring her man.
Look, and I was reading Proverbs 31.
There you go. She's a Proverbs 31 woman. There you go.
I will become that woman that builds the home as I follow you, as you follow Christ. That is the only thing that we will do in our household. And I promise and I vow that in heaven they hear. On earth, I declare and decree, I shall be a submissive wife unto you as we continue to do this work of God. Because to us, this is beyond just love. This is about God. This is about kingdom. This is about our duty, reflecting to the world what true marriage, what God really intends for marriage to be. I honor you, Miles. And I love you with my all, with all my heart. I will become that.
Shout out to Miles. And listen, I don't know. Miles might have got on his knees when he did his vows. I don't know. But shout out to Miles, man.
He did it.
What up, Jasmine?
Hey, Jasmine.
What say you about that video, Jasmine? I think Miles is a real one. And I think his wife is a queen out here. She's honoring her man on her knees. God damn it. Said that she gonna follow him as he follows God. Shout out to the God-fearing people out here. Not you heathens, Torian, but the God-fearing people.
That's all right. We're gonna end up in the same space.
But a lot of people don't had an issue with because she was in her wedding dress on her knees. Again, she has an accent, so clearly I don't think that she's African American. I think that maybe she's, I don't know what her nationality, what she would categorize as. I don't know what she is, but maybe that's
Caribbean.
Maybe that's a traditional thing. I don't know, right?
I love it. I love
No, and she seems very religious too, and so it's beautiful. I didn't really fully listen the first time because I was literally.
It's like F the dress because she's literally doing this in the name of like the guy that she submitted to. Like that's what this is all about. Like we're here, everybody's here because of this. And like, so forget the dress at that point. People thinking about the dress are like the ones that would be trying to have the wedding versus the marriage type people.
Talk
the dress. Like, this is a moment like between her and like her husband at this point, like and him becoming her husband. Like that's a moment. And like she said, the heavens are watching, like ancestors are here watching, like fuck this dress. Like definitely declare your love. That's beautiful. And it looks like he got himself a good wife.
And to be fair to him, in terms of biblically speaking, I'm an unofficial biblical scholar. I just want everybody to know that. Biblically speaking, they are correct, right? In the biblical sense, definitely 100% the man is the head of the household. He follows God. The woman follows him. That's everything is correct right there. They are in order. They are not out of order. Jasmine, funny as hell. She said it's giving Chrisean vibes. Shout out to Chrisean. We're going to get into Chrisean in just a second. Shout out to Chrisean. Is Chrisean really pregnant? I don't know.
I think she was.
She said she. I don't know.
She been showing her belly. It's
Yeah,
been
like I
poking.
saw her stomach. It did.
Yeah, Chrisean looked like she drank beer out of a can though. So I don't know. It could just be a beer butt.
Not
No,
coming for people who drink beers out of cans.
no disrespect. No disrespect. No disrespect. But I'm just saying. There you go. Makes so much sense. She's spiritual too. Yeah. You know. But look, I'm not mad at it. People had some different feelings about that because I think it's the concept of being on her knees. I think that had people kind of, feeling a certain type of way. But I don't know what's the big deal in that. If you're honoring your queen or you're honoring your king and you want to get on your knees to do so, I don't think that's a bad thing. But a lot of women, and people gonna hate when I say this, a lot of black women hate that word submissive that she used. And she used the word submissive and she's on her knees. So a lot of black women immediately was like, oh, hell no.
No, but I feel like that's why it makes sense. Is because she wanted to physically show as well. Like, I am like submitted to you physically, spiritually, like.
There you go. Talk that talk.
Like literally. But yeah, I think that can kind of trigger women in a way because women haven't been in their power to actually use their discernment and they end up submitting to the wrong nigga and it ends up now you're in fucking hell. Like, cause you submit to a wrong man. And that's why, cause men want to talk submission. But once you're in that leader role, nigga, you actually gotta step up. You actually gotta handle shit. You actually gotta be on your shit. You can't be like, submit to me and you're leading us into drama, mess, fucking, struggle, poverty.
Struggle, poverty.
So, no, so I feel like that's where it could get caught up. Cause I feel like I could definitely allow a man to lead. But am I gonna allow just any man to lead? No. Like, because it's me and it's going to be like our children. Like, that's a whole, you got to be on your shit too. But I'm also able to discern and tell the difference between some. And that's what's key.
Let me ask you this. I don't know. This just popped into my head because you're saying that, Naomi. We've never had this topic, I don't think, before on the show. Maybe this is a whole show. I don't know. But let me ask you. This is just a personal question for you. Can a man be your man and still be a man? Understand what I said? Can a man be your man and still be a man, but tell you he doesn't, but maybe he's not, quote unquote, a leader?
In like what way? Like, is he still a man if he's not a leader?
Well, maybe he's just, maybe he's good at other shit. He just not very vocal. He doesn't take charge of shit. He's a man still, though.
Charge. Like, take charge in what way? Like, you need me to step up? Because I feel like some women can like get in that role to like.
Yeah. So put it like this. Let me give you an example. So if you ask him something, I don't know. Instead of just quote unquote doing something and tell you, hey, this is what we doing, Naomi. He's like, hey, Naomi, what do you want to do on everything? No,
I couldn't take that. Because, like, literally, I'm going to just feel like this shit is all on me to do all this shit. Like,
but again, I'm just saying, he's just asking you what you want to do. Once you tell him what you want to do, he's going to go out as a man and execute it.
And go and do it. Like, but everything, he has to ask me everything. Like,
that's just how he gets down. He's not comfortable with just, hey, Naomi, I'm doing this for the family. He wants to, like, make sure you're cool with it, or hey, what do you want to do? And then once you say what you want to do, boom, he gonna go out and execute it.
I don't know. Like, you definitely have to have some feelings about things. So, but I don't know. But then at the end of the day, I guess like things can become a partnership, right? And I guess if you don't really have those qualities, and if I'm in more of that, I can then yeah, sure, I guess. But I don't know. For me, could I be able to just like put up with it? Like, am I gonna have to plan the dates? Am I gonna have to be like, can we do this? Can you buy me some flowers? Like, you're never just gonna take no initiative. I don't know if I could like just, no.
Okay. I'm with you. Yeah, we might have to have a whole show on that. Torian, I don't want to leave the LGBTQ community out. Talk to me, Torian. I don't. So how does that work now, right? Listen. I'm not saying I'm not trying to be funny. I'm ignorant to. So how would that work? Like, and that's the way I just subscribe for Naomi. If you're with somebody, and I don't know. Do you want to have somebody who is assertive, or do you want to be the assertive person in the relationship? Or does it matter?
You get different. It depends. In the community, you get different type of people. You get some who fall into that heteronormality, and they want that, and you get other people who like, we two niggas, like, we not on that. Like, why'd you sit here like you the female? Like, we both men. Like, so you get both of those. And I'm the type, we both niggas. Like, we can take turns, it's 50-50,
Right.
But you get some who are just like, who want to be a woman, basically, or that's how they act. Like, they want to be the woman.
That's how they identify. Maybe that's how they identify.
Yeah. And that's not my type. So I pass on that.
Torian said, we two niggas.
No, but I feel that, and I think that kind of gets easy, and that's why I tell you that, like, you shouldn't even really trip on like that height shit, just because, like, what is it really gonna matter? Like,
right, Torian. Let me talk to Torian for a second. Torian, a 5'8" nigga can take the trash out. Torian, that's okay. He ain't gonna be like, Torian, you gotta take the trash out. You taller than me. No, he gonna be like, no, I can take the trash out. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no big deal.
I don't know. I be trying. I really do.
Okay. All right.
I just see like 5'4". I'm like, oh.
I mean, that's kind of short.
I'm like, ooh, not you matching with me 5'4", X.
Hey, look, Torian go in and change some of his shit on his. How this nigga match with me? Let me change some of this shit up. Why this nigga? The fuck?
No.
Okay, Jasmine said. What did Jasmine say? Jasmine
He's so thoughtful when they have their height in the bio.
Jasmine said, "I come up with the plan, you execute it. That could work. There you go. Yeah."
No, I'm like, I think it just couldn't work for me because, nigga, no, I'm not doing all that all the time. Like, I'm already the one who's not taking the initiative. I definitely need you to have more of that masculine fire. Because, bitch, I might have the idea, but I don't know.
Okay, there you go. We might have to have a whole show on that. We'll see. All right, man, let's go here. All right, let's get it. Here we go. Jonathan Majors, he recently got arrested. We don't know what happened. It's all still alleged, right? But who knows? Do you know the story, Torian, of what the actual charge was? It I think it was a battery charge, or what was the charge?
I forgot. I think it was battery.
Or was like it was battery.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 charges now.
Okay. It was with his girlfriend. I know that he was the one who initiated the call to the police, saying that his girlfriend was having a emotional episode, I believe is what he said.
Yeah.
The police came, and then when they talked to her, she was like, F the emotional episode, this nigga was getting physical with me. And they said, oh no, not this swole ass black dude. Let's get him up out of here. So
right.
So we don't know actually what happened there, but we know that there are some charges pending, clearly. But recently is she recanting her story now? What's going on with that?
His lawyer said that she did recant her first story about the assault. And they were looking forward to like the charges being dropped. But then what was this, yesterday?
I think so.
Yeah. He had been officially charged with assault and harassment. Despite the lawyer's claims that he was innocent. So we gonna see. I don't know. And people trying to say that he done paid the lady off or whatever. I'm like, damn if you do, damn if you don't at this point. Like, we got to just wait and see, because
yeah,
it's just sad. If he did do it, I'm disappointed because he's gonna do some stuff.
Yeah.
He had a lot of stuff coming up, which I hope he didn't do this. At the same time, if he did, like as long as he try to speak on doing better and show us, I'm still gonna be here for him.
Tori ain't gonna stick beside him. There you go,
Yeah.
Tori.
That's because they be letting white people just do that. Like with WB, they had Ezra Miller out here acting a damn fool.
No, but that's why Marvel ain't said shit yet. Cause I'm like, nigga, I hope you're not like fucking up storylines and shit right now. Like we already lost Chadwick Boseman. I ain't got time for this shit. Like,
did y'all see the alleged young lady he was dating? I don't know.
Okay, and look, that's why I kind of want to. Hey,
her name is
preface
Giselle.
it and say,
what's her name? Is it's Giselle something, right?
I don't know.
I forgot her name, but this is allegedly. I don't know, but this is allegedly the young lady that he was in a relationship with.
Right, and we all know white women got a history of lying on black men, so that's the other thing that's like hard.
No, and that's why it's like.
Let me hold on before you go, Naomi. I'm gonna bring this up with Jasmine. Jasmine said, "Do we automatically believe the victim or evidence?" Let's stop there. Let's have a conversation with that, Jasmine, because there started being this whole movement maybe 2-3 years ago of people saying, "Hey, believe victims," and they were classifying people as victims before cases were even adjudicated in the court of law. So they were saying, hey, you need to believe victims. So again, I don't know. So to your question, do we automatically believe the victim or evidence? Well, if you're calling her a victim, I guess we got to believe a victim if she's a victim, right? I don't know. But if we're putting victim in quotations, right, then I think we definitely got to wait until the evidence comes out just to answer your question. But I think that's an important question, right? Because there started being this culture over the last 3 to 5 years of if someone accuses someone of something, we don't want to I think people got so conscious of not dismissing victims that they kind of maybe overcompensated. What say y'all?
I think that's true, but then I'm like, at the same time, what if the man comes forward to be like, I'm a victim of them lying on me? So then, like, who do you believe? Like if he's saying he a victim of being falsely accused, and she's saying no, he did this, it's like, I don't know. And then we learned kind of from the whole Johnny Depp thing, was that sometimes he is innocent. But then we seen the Tory Lane shit, that nigga guilty. So it's just hard. It's just hard.
Dang, and that's just so crazy. Like to think about those two like major cases, it's just like so much violence that can go on. And that's what like it's so interesting, like how like in relationships behind closed doors, who knows, right? At the end of the day, only these two motherfuckers ever really know what's going on. Everybody can speculate or they can like, take, because who knows? But at the end of the day, black men, if you date a white woman, whatever consequences come of that shit, that's on you. That's on you. And I don't know, because like at this point we should know, black men, if y'all are still fucking white women, like that's survival of the fittest. What is that shit called? Like, nigga, maybe you're just not meant to fucking go on. And because what the fuck? You're just gonna ignore centuries.
Naomi said this shit is natural.
You're just gonna ignore centuries of history. Okay.
Naomi said this shit is natural selection.
No, boom. That's what I was looking for. Natural selection. Like, cause come on. Like all the ways that you can get caught up just different. Like, because when it does come to black women and we are in these domestic violence situations, we can't even get the fucking help, right? Like we be going through some fucked up shit, but boom, a white woman can lie, make up some shit, and then you're trucked by it.
Yeah, historically, what you're saying is super accurate. I don't want to disparage everybody because I can't put that jacket on everybody, right? But historically, what you're saying, I can't deny the historic ramifications of that. But with that
It's
being
not
said,
that historic. That shit happens still right now, 2023.
yeah, no, again, I'm not disagreeing with it, but also I do know a lot of brothers that are married to white women that don't have that experience. That's the only reason I'm saying that, right? But if you know,
Are
we
you
all
gonna chance it? Okay. Hey, nigga, it's 50-50. It's 50-50.
That'll be funny as it. Okay, so what did you hear, Torian? Because what I heard was they started arguing about a text message that he. What I heard, what I saw, and what I read was that they were in an Uber, I believe, or some type of ride share, and he got a text from another female, another woman, and it started an argument. Now that seems like a very basic relationship thing, and I can see, Naomi, a black woman, if I just started blowing up and I get a text from somebody else and I'm with a sister, I can almost kind of low key see her wanting to get upset and maybe like, you know, she might put a finger in the nigga head or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
I'm like, I've lived those situations, and he didn't even have to be a fucking popping off star nigga. Like, okay, and that shit is definitely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If that's the scenario, Naomi, that he got a text from another woman on his phone and you sitting there seeing, because I think they said that she had his phone or was trying to get his phone or some shit, and then like, you know.
Yeah, he hit her from there.
Bitches right here while I'm in the cab. This is crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if it happened in the cab, then like, where's the cab driver at?
No, that shit started in the cab. Okay, they wait till they get in that fucking house to really get shit popping.
No, because I believe the story did say that he hit her in the cab.
I think it did say that.
And then they went to the house and she started going crazy. And that's when he called the police. Like, she having a episode.
And he
tried to prevent that.
because he said that she's having an emotional episode, and she is. She's emotional right now. What up, Tierra? I see you in the chat.
Hey, T.
TT, do you love me? Are we right? I got it right this week, right? There you go.
Yeah.
Right this
So yeah, that's why it can be easy to believe the victims. It's just because like this is a very real thing. Like this is like I could just think of all the neighbors I've had, right? Like all the neighbors that I've had, like, and I've lived in the hood, right? So like I've had all types of neighbors, and like I could just think of all the domestic violence shit I've heard. Like maybe 4 out of 8 neighbors. Damn, that's like
hold on. The question is, did you ever call the cops, Naomi?
Nah.
Oh,
like
damn.
because
Just
look,
let
at
it
my
get
apartment, I found out when I had to call the cops. Like, I found out that nigga, you call the cops in my apartment, you got one more time. Like they say the cops come out, you're out of this bitch. Like you're you're evicted. Like
really?
So yeah.
Look at
like,
Lionel.
'cause they're like, we're not putting up with all that fighting and shit. Like, bitch, get out. That's how it's coming. So like,
oh wow,
you never know the situation. Like, so that's how it go. Like you could be making shit worse, really. Like, because like most of the time this is like somebody's like baby father, right? Like this is somebody they have kids with. Like he's working and shit still. Like, you know, you're jamming them up. You could be fucking up their shit. You have no idea. So like, if it's just so bad, if somebody was screaming for help, I would call the cops. I would never know shit like that. But nigga, I've heard some motherfucking tussling. Okay, like this shit is.
I want to put this up from Jasmine because she makes another good point. Shout out to Jasmine. They have the driver's statement, a video, witness statements, and her recanted statements. So I like what you put there because that's a good information. But here's what I would say. And again, we're talking about right now red flags of domestic violence. I think everyone knows that unfortunately in domestic violence, if someone is in a domestic violence relationship or situation, they don't typically leave after the first event or even the second event. It actually takes them a while to actually leave. I'm not putting that jacket on Jonathan Majors at all. That's all alleged. I'm just talking in general right now, right? That unfortunately in a relationship, if somebody is in that situation, it takes a lot for them to leave. I've had family members where like the family was pleading with her to leave and she didn't want to leave this nigga. And it's almost like you gotta kind of just fall back and just pray and hope that nothing fatal happens and that person sees the light. You know what I'm saying? Because we talked about this maybe last week, a couple weeks ago. The worst thing you can do to a person is tell them what they shouldn't do or what they can't do, because that's what they're gonna want. Unfortunately, as humans, if you say, Naomi, that dude you with, that motherfucker's horrible for you. Unfortunately, maybe consciously or subconsciously, that's gonna make you be like, man, fuck what they talking about. Nah, he a good nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. I gotta see
No, somebody told me that a nigga was horrible. Like, if Lionel told me some shit like that, I would definitely be like taking heed. Like, what the fuck? Okay, like even if I wasn't feeling it, I'm like, okay.
Okay, so
maybe I should like look a little harder at this, because
it would raise your antennas at least, right?
No, for real, I was like, hold on. What the fuck? I'm not seeing.
But sometimes,
like that's just not possible at this point in my life.
I mean, it sounds good, Naomi, but sometimes though, you get sisters that are so in love that they get on their knees during the wedding day. You did?
No, and I could feel that, but you like, no, you're not so in love, or he's not so in love with you back if if he fucking hitting you.
Okay. So what are some red flags? What are some red flags out there that maybe if somebody does something or says something that you might think, you know what, this might not be a healthy relationship, right? Like before it gets physical. That's what I'm saying. Before it gets physical, are there any red flags that you could maybe pick up on?
If they overly controlling.
Okay.
If they try to separate you from your friends, trying to keep you from your friends, that's a big red flag. If they, that's a big thing for me, because I had friends who was in a situation like that, and the dude was really trying to keep her from us, and I was like, girl, like, what are you doing? And then we got to the situation where, because this happened when we was in the dorms, and I wasn't there that day. I think I had left to come back, and apparently her and the guy was like in her room, like going at it, and like she was screaming for help. So my friends like called for help, and then she ended up getting mad at them for calling for help. We like, well, you were screaming help, like call for help. Yeah. And now you mad at us because he kicked out the dorm and can't come back in. Like
that okay, so right there, Torin, that becomes the dilemma, right? Because when they say, unfortunately, man, this shit is so deep. When they're screaming for help, they just want you to stop what's going on right now. They don't want anything permanent, unfortunately, to happen to that person. And that's the hold that people have over them at that time, right? Is that like, you know what I'm saying? You see it all the time where like somebody just got, hit, then the cops show up and they taking that person to jail and they crying. It's like, well, hold on, they taking him to jail because he whooped your ass. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what's going on right now? But I do understand, man, that like it is people don't understand that it is very, very difficult to remove yourself from violent relationships. As wild as that might sound to some people are like, oh no, you do this to me, I'm gone. Yeah, okay, you might that sounds good, right? That sounds good. But these people who are in, me, I've always hit this on the show. I've said this for years now on the show. If Rihanna didn't get all of the if all of the shit didn't get all of that pushback on social media with the situation with her and Chris Brown, I promise you, I think her and Chris Brown would have been together. Because I've heard reports and seen reports that like they were still linking up after that shit. They just couldn't go public no more because it was such a publicized thing and everybody was like, "You don't need to be with him."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I feel like because it probably wasn't the first time. Like they probably just didn't have fights like that because things can literally get so toxic between two people. It's so like interesting how things can combine. Like, and I feel like a lot like when it came to that Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, I think like they was both in that house hitting on each other, and that's what was happening with Chris Brown and Rihanna too. They was hitting on each other, like that's what Chrisean and Blueface is doing too. They both hitting on each other. They're both crossing boundaries. They're both, and like domestic violence definitely can go both ways, right? Because I feel like women can definitely get abusive and toxic too, and some men can't take that. Like you were asking about like, could I be with a man who isn't assertive? Some women would take that shit and run to the motherfucking bank. Okay, like they're like, okay, I'm gonna run, flip this nigga. I'm gonna be on top. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You know, so like that shit can definitely get pretty toxic and bad from women too, and especially like when that woman is with a man who doesn't want to put his hands on a woman. Like, and she knows it's that type of dude. Like, so she be trying to cross boundaries like that. But yeah, it took me time to like realize that, okay, women, you should not be putting your hand on a man, and a man should definitely not be putting his hands on you.
Facts. Jasmine said, honestly, arguing is a big red flag to me. We can have different opinions, but to argue, bye. Now, look, let me say this, Jasmine. I know I don't know Jasmine. We've never met. But I like a good argument, Jasmine. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm toxic like that. I don't mind a good argument. A good argument to me is fun. I ain't gonna stunt to you. Like, I ain't gonna lie. If me and my wife get into a good argument, I'm okay with it, right? Like, I like a good argument because, like, what's crazy though, I teach my kids debate and argument. Like I do a podcast, right? So I enjoy talking and exchanging ideas. So if we're arguing and you can come up with rationale that makes me incorrect or wrong, I'll respect it. Don't get it twisted. I'll be like, you know what? Shit, you right. But if I win, now you gotta acknowledge that what I said was correct. So but no, I don't know what you mean when you say arguing is a red flag to me, but a difference in opinion. Like I think that's a fine line between arguing and having a different opinion.
I feel like I sort of agree to that to an extent, just because, like, for you, that's a great trait because you can argue. I'm not even good at arguing. I never have. I'll just rather pop my shit if I need to and then, like, throw blows next. Like, seriously, like, I hate arguing. I'll just rather pop my shit real quick and make it clear that obviously this is the more sensible logic and then get out of there. But if you actually know how to argue and you can like maintain that space, like, I can't even maintain that space and then be like, okay, like if I'm arguing, I'm completely like it's fire and it's like I'm shredding shit ultimately. So that's why I feel like at this point in my life now, like even arguing is like toxic and bad for me because I can't even navigate those spaces so well. So like the better thing is to be able to just like, okay, control your emotions and just communicate through it and then accept differences if necessary. But even going back and forth is a toxic thing for me. Like I'll be like, okay, if this is happening, that shit can escalate from there. So like completely avoid. Run for your life if you need to.
See, maybe I was brought up in a different era, right? And I acknowledge
I'm
that.
like, I wonder if you have a Gemini placement.
Because no, I'm just saying, like, for me, I came up in an era where like coaches would not only curse you out, but might like physically grab you and like push you or throw you. You know what I'm saying? And like, you just come back from that. I don't know if y'all know who Bobby Knight is, right? He was the legendary coach for the Indiana Hoosiers. He got fired because like some video came out of him choking a player. It was wild. But yeah, but like Bobby Knight cussed me out one time at a basketball camp. And it was like, he cussed me out and we move on. You know what I'm saying? So like for me mentally, like the way I came up with, and again, you got to remember, my dad is a Marine. So like that nigga talks reckless. You know what I'm saying? When he talks to me, it's not like, it's like, that's the way he was literally trained to talk. So for me, sir, like I've had to, because you got to understand, I got a wife, 2 girls, the cat we have is a female cat, and our turtle is a female. So I got nothing but estrogen in our house, right? So like I've had to adjust some of that because of women, right? Like being like, okay, this is different. Because for me, the way I was brought up, it was just like people yell at you, scream at you, cuss you out, and then 2 minutes later, it's like, hey, so what you want to eat for lunch? And we're done with it. Like I had to learn that like my wife can't be done with it that quick. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's toxic.
Like, well, fuck you, Torian. But like for me, if my wife was right here right now and we got into an argument, I could like curse at her, she can curse me out. And that like once she walks off, for me, it's over. And like 2 minutes later, I can be like, hey, so what you want to eat tonight? And I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had to learn that like she's not fine. Like she's still like upset. And I'm like, why are you upset? You know what I'm saying? Like it's over.
Look, because she's
And
a
look what
Virgo
Jasmine
too, right?
said, because that's what
She's
Jasmine
a Virgo
said.
too, right? Because I feel like I'm definitely like that. So maybe that's just a woman thing. Like we can be a little bit more sensitive, I guess. Like, because that's what, like when it comes to arguments, like I can argue to a point. Like I don't not argue about some real shit though. Like we would definitely need to talk about some real shit. Like, because if my feelings get hurt, like all my Scorpio placements too, like don't hurt my feelings, because like I'm gonna feel a type of way about it later. Like I'm gonna still feel a type of way.
Okay, Jasmine said the thing is people are conditioned to think arguing is healthy / okay, and it's a sign to leave the premises / relationship, etc. Is it though? Just because you argue?
You were conditioned. You were conditioned to think that was okay, Roy, to get talked to like that. Some people weren't. That's like some people have parents who cuss at them, and they
Yeah, I'm
used to
about
it.
to
And
say
you
I
get to
didn't
me,
have
I'm
that
like,
experience.
my parents never talked to me that crazy. So like that's a no for me. Well, no, my mom never talked to me that crazy. My dad would, because he was hot temper. So, but like if my mom did what my dad did, I would be like hurt, and I would be like wanting to leave her, like run away. Like we
No,
don't do
and my
this.
son, he would literally tell me, he's quick to tell me like, no. Thank God for his Aries son, because he be letting me fucking know. And like I appreciate that so much, because I feel like I was so like quiet about that shit as a kid. But no, he'd be like, I actually didn't like that. It wasn't good. Like, stop that. Don't do that. I don't like that.
Yeah. And it's funny because like I've had to acknowledge some of those things like as we've moved forward in our life, that like she does it like like maybe again, I'm a weirdo. I enjoy a good argument. Like because I always tell like with my kids, my oldest daughter knows. She's 14 going on 15. She knows. I've always told her
arguing or debating that you like. I feel like you like to debate.
I like to debate. I love to
Yeah.
debate, right? And so I've always told my daughter, she knows this, and she was little. And my youngest she'll know this when she gets a little bit more savvy. I've always said this: if me and you are debating, and you can have a good argument, I'm gonna ride with you. Then, if you make a great argument, okay, well I can see where you're coming from then, right? But if you can't make a good argument for your position, I'm not gonna respect it. So, like, for me, I just always like debating. Maybe I should have been a damn lawyer. I don't know. But like I enjoy like Lionel thinks this. I think that, okay, let's go at it. Like I enjoy, like to me, that's not like there are like Lionel and JC can't do that. Like, right? Like they can't have that. Like for whatever reason.
No, that's a perfect example. I just can't. Yeah.
I know. And both of y'all are my guys, but Lionel and JC, when they disagree, it's like it's flammable. It's super flammable, right? When me and Lionel disagree, it's just a debate. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever for whatever reasons, right? Like sometimes it's the way somebody says things, right? Like I never speak in absolutes, me personally, right? Because I understand that like I always want to leave wiggle room that I could be wrong, because when new information arises, like when the facts change, my opinions change. I've always said that, right? So that's just me. You dig? But Lionel and JC, if JC was right here on this panel right now, trust me, him and Lionel will start arguing at some point.
No, that's a skill to be able to navigate. Like that's the perfect example. The way that like I just become more and more and more passionate until like until it's just like, okay, what happens next? Because I'm definitely not gonna be like, oh yeah, you're totally right. Okay, that's never gonna happen. It's just gonna be like, okay. And it just goes.
Okay, Jasmine said arguing is disrespectful. It doesn't have to be though. I don't
Yeah,
think
it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. That's why I feel like I feel like some people can navigate that space.
Okay, Stanley said, can we clarify what argument means, Jasmine? Because that's wild to leave a relationship because you had an argument. I agree.
But it's not like just arguing. Like arguing isn't the thing. That's why I feel like some people can navigate that well and it'd be perfect. But it's about like how you argue. Like how Roy just said, for he and I to have a debate, it looks totally different from like JC and I having disagreement or debate. It's like it just depends on like what lane are you in when you're having this argument. You know,
because me and Lionel have disagreed on a lot of stuff over the years on this show, but it's never got to a point to where it was like crazy. But like Lionel and JC, for whatever reasons, when they
I think it's because of JC. He's such a Taurus,
and that's why I feel like if it's ever me and anybody, it's never me.
Astrology, because he's that Taurus.
I'm just saying, whenever they disagree, that shit gets like it goes to like 1 million. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is like I remember like I'll never forget a show. I might have to pull it up on the throwback. I might pull it up tomorrow for Throwback Thursday. It was a show where like I don't know what the hell we were talking about, but like JC expressed that like, hey, if this happens, then I feel this way. And I'll never forget, we were right here where I am right now in the Melanin Lounge. And and Lionel said, well, if you feel like that, then that makes you a bitch ass nigga. And I was like, whoa. I was like, oh shit.
And it wasn't like personally to him. That's just in general. It's like to feel that way is like crazy.
But you do understand though, Lionel, that when you like he had to take that personal though.
No, he's like, because I feel that way. And you're right here. Like,
and I'm like, well, maybe you shouldn't feel that way. That's the whole point of this discussion.
Like, Lionel was like, if you feel that way, then you a bitch ass nigga. I was like, oh shit. Oh, damn. Okay, let's change the topic.
No, that was fine.
No, but you're so right. You definitely have to be a person who knows how to navigate arguing. Because when I can think about like one of my friends, actually Raven, shout out to Raven. She hadn't even watched the show in a minute. We ain't seen Kodak Ray in a building in a minute.
Right.
But I feel like she's like, and that's why I said I wonder if you have Gemini in your chart, because she's a heavy Gemini, and Geminis, they're very like they're Mercury energy, so they like to communicate, they like to talk, like, and I feel like she could get into like an argument like nothing, like just want to like just talk some shit, you know, just saying shit, not even really too attached to it, don't even too much care,
right?
But that shit will affect me. Like I would literally be like, and she'll be fine the next minute. I'm like, what the fuck?
I know, like me and my wife had a disagreement literally last week, and it was like she had a position on something, and I just disagreed with her position. And to me, it was just like me telling her why I disagree with her position, and I was moving on. For her, it was like a devastation, and like I couldn't see. She was like, "But you got to understand my point of view." I was like, "I understand it. I disagree with it." You know what I'm saying? Because here's the reasons why. Boom, 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 boom. And I was like, "All right, so can we get something popping at 5:32 in the morning?" She was like, "Nigga, if you don't move the fuck away from me." You know what I'm saying?
You tried it.
I'm like disagreeing with somebody debating. Like it's clearly and ultimately and essentially and bottom line is clearly to get my point across and to get this person on my side of things, of seeing things. Like I'm not having this debate or this discussion or this argument just to like walk away and be like, okay, well, like no, absolutely not. Like the whole point of this is understand this is how I'm coming, and you probably should be coming like this too. If I'm even this invested, right?
Right.
I've literally felt a way about things that happened on the show. Like, wow, that's crazy. Like, literally happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, but like I said, so it definitely depends on the person, and I guess how they can navigate through that shit.
Yeah. Listen, shout out to the homie Chris Blake. Chris Blake, I always told I like Blake, you got a way of saying shit sometimes that is like, it can be perceived a certain way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I try to take my stuff to where, like, when I say certain things, I'm just like, yo, this is, hey, this is, I'm not, again, I don't speak in absolutes on things, right? I always try to leave wiggle room to where I can be wrong. I'm one of the few people on this planet that if I'm wrong about some, I'm like, you know what? There's new information you provided. I was incorrect. Let's move forward. And I'm fine with that. But okay, so let's go back. So we're talking about red flags to potential domestic violence. So right now we got somebody who is argumentative. I think Torian said somebody who is controlling. I think that's a really good red flag. If you're too controlling over somebody, it's like, okay, where's this going? You know what I'm saying? Like, so you don't want me to talk to anybody? Yeah, that can definitely be a thing. In terms of potential domestic violence, I would say if
aggressive.
if you've seen them when you get in a disagreement, if you've seen them have to express themselves physically, right? Hit a wall, right? Throw something, I think that's a super red flag. I think you gotta like be like, okay,
Yeah.
this can be, this motherfucker just put a hole in the wall. Okay, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's fact because this guy I was just talking to is like that. I really liked him, but after I found that out, I'm like, let me step away because he had just posted about him messing up his phone. He like, I'm really mad I messed up my phone. Like, what happened to it? He was like, I threw it on the ground. I'm like, threw it on the ground. I'm like, on accident or intentionally? And he was like,
accident.
I'm like, and he like intentionally. I'm like, why? He's like, I was mad. I'm like, and that's what I'm like. Not you one of those people who get destructive when you're mad. Like,
That
I'm
was
like,
a
you
red
couldn't
flag.
breathe. Like, you couldn't breathe. You couldn't like. He like it just made it feel better. I'm like, no, no, red flag. No, that absolutely
Flag
not.
on the flame.
No, you're not gonna play with me like that. You're not gonna destroy my. Cause I hate when people like get mad and destroy their stuff. Like when I used to watch Insecure, and she had like destroy her apartment. I'm like, why would you do that? Like I don't understand when people do that. Like I am not gonna destroy stuff I worked hard for. Like I'm not gonna break my phone. I'm not gonna punch no wall. Like absolutely not. So that's a big red flag for me. So I definitely like, let me go back and go back to the streets and see something else. Cause this man is
go
not
back to
it.
No,
but tell,
he's literally just letting anger take over. Cause
yeah.
why you gonna fuck up your phone? Like because 2 minutes later you gonna need that bitch. Like,
Exactly.
now this shit's broken. Now you gotta go get a new one. Like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Hell
Another
no.
one for me is just arguing in front of children. I think that's like a big red flag for me.
Okay.
And that's basically off my experience of my aunt. It was when I was younger, and her boyfriend and her was like arguing in like the kitchen. I was in the living room like sleeping, so I got woken up to like them like arguing. It did get physical. I could hear it getting physical, and it was just like, what? Like, what is going on here? And I was like scared, but like, it was like, what do I do? Like, and like he had tried to like come in the living room because she was, and it was scary for me because she was like, stop! My nephew's in the living room, like he could hear all this, like stop! Like, what are you doing? Like, and I was just like, what? And then like he ended up like after like cooled down, he ended up trying to come and talk to me and just like, I just want to apologize. And he's like, I know you're not asleep. But I was acting like I was asleep. I was scared. Like, no, like you're not gonna know. I'm asleep. Like, I know you're not really asleep. Like, I just want to sorry. Like, I love your auntie. Da, 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 da. And I was like, I never looked at him the same after that. Like, no, I had thought so highly of him. I liked him so much until after that. That was just like, no.
Let me ask y'all a question. On the same lines of what you just said, Torian. is there a scenario in which a person can potentially strike their partner and it only be a one-time occurrence?
I think so.
I think so, but it's just like
Only
so
one time.
iffy. Like it's like, is it really gonna be the only time? Like, how do I really know?
No.
I think only reason I really know if you could really see that it was affecting so bad, like if they was like just crying and like, oh my god, I can't believe I did this, like, and like, what the fuck, like, I'm so sorry, and they took
Like
the
Jody only hit Yvette once.
As far as we know,
they
they were grown by the time we caught a little glimpse of their life.
And
I
then
feel like
what
if
did
you're gonna
Jody
swing
do?
one time, I feel like if you'll swing once, then you'll swing. Period. Like if you're gonna swing, you're gonna swing. Cause I know for me, like I don't know what it would take for me to just like be so upset to the point that like, no, there's no violence, and I just like clock you like that. What does it take? So the fact that you go there means that you can go there. So I feel like if you're gonna stay in that situation and you're the partner that got swung on, you may not think it will happen again, but you need to keep your ones and twos ready at all
But
times
it's a
because
slap.
clearly,
I wasn't even thinking of punch. That's so hardcore. I was
like
literally
clearly,
thinking,
yeah.
slap.
And look, even Jody, what did Jody do after he slapped her? He had to lay her down and eat that box. Shout out to Jody.
That's crazy.
That's like I had a cousin that used to like slap the crap out of her little brother, and then she would try to like tickle him while he was crying, like and like laugh. Like you cannot do this. This is like so messed up.
I did that to my little sister before.
Like it's so messed up. They're gonna try to
Yo,
like
that's funny.
they're gonna try to eat the box after. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, Jody ate the box. Jody smacked the hell out of him. Was like, "I'm so sorry," and then pulled her pants down, ate that box. He ate that box up. Shit, he had to get it popping. I mean, and he ain't eat no box the whole damn movie except that time. So
That you know of.
Oh no, that's what the movie. That's what the movie shows, man. Shout out to Jody. But no, listen. Okay, hold on. We got something in the chat. Stanley said, I think if it gets to a physical point, the relationship was already done before the fight. I would agree with that. I think that like if it gets to the point to where y'all are physical, there was probably something going on before that like y'all probably should have ended this. You know what I'm saying? There was some red flags leading up to that, but I don't know, man. For me, if I've just been around, unfortunately, people who have been in domestic violence situations, and I've seen how long it takes for those people to actually get to a point to where they leave. And I keep going back to that because that's a real thing. Like most people who get hit a first time do not leave. That's what the statistics say. Mm-hmm. Statistically speaking, people who are in a relationship and they get hit, they don't just up and leave. Typically, they stay around and because the person says, "I'm so sorry. I don't know how that happened. I'll never do it again." And then 6 months later, it happens again. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's not as easy as it sounds. That's all I'm saying. It's not easy.
No facts, but I don't know. I think it definitely could depend on the person. Because I think for me, it's always been like, and when that shit did come down to it, like nigga, that might be fucking a body I catch. Like nigga, don't have me in no self-defense shit. Okay, like because nigga, I will. It's guns in this bitch. Okay.
Let a nigga try me.
Nah, but so yeah, I can play around with that shit. Like
no, but like you
no, because I can even think of as a child, like because Torian, yeah, like I had that situation where I like when I was alerted to it when I was young, like that it was shit popping off, and I was low key ready to catch a body then, like nigga, don't let me catch no self-defense shit. And praise God I never had to, because I literally ended up seeing like a case like that happened for a girl. She was like 16 years old, ended up killing like the mama boyfriend that was like abusing her, or abusing the mama, abusing the kids. Yeah, she ended up going to jail for that. But like
That's crazy.
So yeah, I think it definitely comes down, but it could definitely go on for so long and like without people knowing too. So definitely y'all, if you are going through a situation like that, just remember that you do got people in your corner. Like
Yeah.
that actually love you.
And if you find yourself wanting to like hit people or hit things, like just get some help. Like that sounds so cliche, but genuinely, like you need to get help so you can be more emotionally stable.
Well, hold on. But before you say that, I'm getting ready to open a spot, one of those spots where you can come and break stuff.
I
So
was just talking about that.
yeah. So if you want to get some help, come to my spot and give me a few months where we're gonna have a bunch of shit where you can like come in there and in those rooms and break stuff and all that. Pay me to come. But we'll talk about that later. Okay, I want
I
to
actually
show.
told that boy about that. I said,
Huh?
you just the dude I just talked about. I told him like, you need to go. I said we need to go somewhere where you can like one of those smash rooms
Yeah,
and let it
smash
out.
room.
And he
Well,
was
Yeah.
like,
this
I
is
did
fun.
that. I did that before. I'm like, and it's not helping. Like,
Yeah,
what's
this shit
going
don't
on?
work.
Like, yeah, that's really I'm out.
Get away from that motherfucker.
Cause I hate to have to kill a
Okay.
man.
Okay, but did y'all see that girl? I don't know what her name is, but like she got arrested for like hitting her baby daddy with a baseball bat, basically like defending herself.
Oh yeah, Brittany Taylor.
Okay, yeah, cause like shit, that'd be so unfair once it does get to that point, like, and you're trying to protect yourself and like.
But I want to go here before we go do anything. Before I forget, let me play this for y'all. This is a woman who got videotaped by a friend, and she was, how can I put this?
Oh, I seen that. Yeah.
She was putting bruises on herself to try to incriminate her boyfriend that she was upset with. So it's
And it had
levels.
work too.
It's levels to this shit. Let me play this for y'all.
Do your forehead again.
Sick.
One more. Nope.
She's hitting her arm right now with a
Girl,
hammer.
this is literally demented. I cannot. What the fuck?
Yeah, so if you're listening on an audio podcast, what this is a young woman who has a hammer in her hand, and she's hitting different. She's a Caucasian woman, and has a hammer, and she's hitting different parts of her body to bring about bruising, which is wild because she's like, "Let me get these bruises on me, and then I'm gonna call the authorities." Let's keep playing this.
What are you gonna do if he's lying and you're just abusing yourself for no reason? Oh yeah, that's good. Ready? Yeah.
Cheesy marks.
It's red. Do your forehead one more time.
No, it's giving meth head.
Let's do it again.
But the scary part about this though is that like this is a woman who is willing to
I can't.
she's willing to look at her. She's willing to inflict harm upon herself, right? In order to have this go against her partner. So like I bring that up because man, domestic violence, listen, we want to believe victims, and trust me, we on this show, we never want to put victims in a position to where they have to relive stuff, but also we got to recognize that people like her, they have to be dealt with harshly when she does stuff like this.
Most definitely. Because that's crazy to do that. And it actually did work about the guy. Like, he was in jail for it until, I guess, the friend had a falling out with the girl and she released the video.
Right.
But that was just so crazy that. And I don't know. I'm just assuming that the man was black, but
You and me both.
like
Yeah,
that's
but
just
that's
crazy. That somebody would
crazy
do
though.
that.
To like
So
hit
that's
yourself with a
crazy.
hammer. You're hitting yourself with a hammer to
And
create
y'all
bruises.
tried to say that nigga didn't fucking get himself jumped at that fucking gym.
I told y'all that was the question I had last week. I believe that 6ix9ine staged that whole shit.
Definitely. Like
And
when
that's why
you
we,
get like that, like the things that people will go through just to like, you know.
yeah,
Because
and
what
so
is
I would
physical
always
pain?
believe a victim because I'm like, why would anyone ever like? But now I know that people totally would lie and come like that. So I'm like, I don't know what to believe at this point. I'm just like, at this point,
Exactly.
like y'all, I'm like, at this point, it was clearly SmackDown that night. Like y'all got y'all's round one, round two, ding ding ding. Like y'all know who won. Y'all know the outcome. I have no idea. Like at that point, it's up to y'all. Who takes the belt home tonight? Like who was the SmackDown champion? Because I have no idea.
Let me ask y'all this along those lines. Let's talk about somebody brought this up earlier in the chat. Blueface and Chrisean. Me personally, I'm just gonna put it up for me. I think, and again, this ain't no disrespect to Blueface. Shout out to Whack as well. I respect people trying to go out there and get a bag. With that being said, I think some of the things that they're doing is very detrimental because there are young folks, right, who look at this shit and they see what the hell's going on back there in the background, Torian. What's going on?
That's my little sister. She's helping me out.
Oh damn. Okay.
Came and collected some trash. No.
Okay. Well, trash in your room. Torian got a nasty room for y'all to have.
No, I just got a little bag. That's all I had.
Torian keep a
Some
nasty
food I
room.
just ate.
No, but I'm going back to Chrisean and Blueface. Because me, this is just me personally, right? No disrespect to anybody. I just think like the way that they're getting their bag off of this violence, I think it's desensitizing a generation of young folks to domestic violence, and I don't think that that's a good thing personally.
No, it's yeah, and
That
it's
shit's
also
already
just glamorizing it. It's just making these girls, these influential girls, just be like, oh my gosh, like look, they still together. Like he loved her. Like so, it's all right, and it's not okay to keep going through that.
Right.
Because I just seen a video of them, like they was just doing all this stuff on social media. He was
No,
like just
he was. They're
aborted
back
baby.
together because
Do
I
this,
was seeing
yeah,
all
and it's the
his.
airport. And then some girl was like, "Look at these crazies," and she said it right to them, like, and I was like laughing, like they didn't even try to correct her or nothing because they know they is like she's like, "Look at these crazies," and they still together, they right here, like they just laugh. I'm like, it's just.
It makes me
And then when
think
Chris
how
Brown brought that up about how everybody still like be on Chris Brown, be on him about all this, but they sitting here just with Chrisean and Blueface as they goes, it's like what? How's it right? You know, how's that fair for him to still be like getting ridiculed for that? But like y'all over here glamorizing Blueface and Chrisean.
well, it will never make sense. It's just like how people were coming for Jonathan Majors for his cover shoot, and like I don't want this type of exposure to like the future generation. Like, what is this messaging sending? When literally Snaggletooth, Chrisean, and Blueface are like the face of the world right now. Like people are so tapped in, tuned in, and at no point does anyone say like, "Wait, what about the influence? What about the message at this end?" Like no one thinks about that stuff when it be like really down your throat. People just be like putting up their little 2 cents in like the wrong arenas. That's why people would be like selective anger. It's like it's horrifying because it's like okay, be that mad, but be that mad for the like right reason. Like put that over here, pick it up and drop it right here, and then it makes sense. That's why I'll be thinking about this because it's like this gets glorified. People like love to, and it's like, but it's actually like horrifying. Like who knows how this will end for like her? Like it seems to be like a roller coaster. This shit looks scary. Like how is this gonna end for real? And like no one says anything. It's just like, oh, you know, normal shit. Like happy Tuesday.
It is normal shit though. It really is normal shit, and I'm like, she'll probably be okay. Like, give it a few years. Like, she'll come to her senses. She's just young right now. And like, when you're young, you go through some shit. Like, and like, I think I said when I was speaking on this shit, we haven't really spoken on them in a minute, but like, when I was young, I definitely thought it was okay to put hands on a dude. Like,
You really thought that?
nigga, you seen me and my baby daddy fighting. Well, I don't know if you seen,
No,
but
I've
I
never
will
seen you
always
guys
hear
fight.
stories. Like,
I've
people
never heard
always
you
will
guys.
be
I've
like,
never seen you guys fight before. But
look,
in your
rest in
head,
peace, rest
in
in
your
peace, my
head,
nigga Rob.
what do you say to yourself? Like, okay, I can fuck you up because, like, how
No,
do
I
you?
was like, you're talking to a bitch? You're
Okay.
talking to a bitch? No, I'm mad. I'm mad. The fuck? Give me your phone. What? Give me your phone. Like, and that shit's just, you know, but
What's family say? Chris Brown is different. He beat the shit out of her. Did he? I don't
he
know.
really, that was, yeah, that shit was crazy. It was sick.
But I
Like,
mean, like Chrisean was beating the shit out of Blueface. Like he had black eyes and all that. Like he might not
She
have
hit that nigga in the head with an Hennessy bottle.
Yeah, like she might not had. He might not have no contusions like Rihanna did, but like she was beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, look,
And
but
she
it's
handled
not
the
like,
group.
but it's not like he wasn't doing that bad. So I'm just saying.
But
I feel
that's
like
the
Rihanna was hitting back too.
Huh?
That's the crazy part, though, right? Is that like when you're when these people justify that, like, okay, well, he hit me, but I did this to him too, and they justify, well, it was just mutual combat. Nah, baby girl, you know what I'm saying? Like that don't work. You know what I'm saying?
Mutual
Like,
combat is so crazy. That's a
yeah.
crazy.
No, but see, that's why I be thinking about Torian. Like when it comes to the LGBT,
Like we both wanted to fight.
No, but literally when it comes to the LGBTQ, I would really like to see the numbers on that. I think I need to go back for my master's. Like I got some psych shit I need to work out, but I
I'm
would
sure
love
the
to
numbers
see
are
like
probably-
the.
But
probably
I've
doing
heard
well.
that, like,
because
I've heard,
it's like, you know,
yeah, I was gonna say, I've heard that domestic violence in the LGBTQ community is very high.
it would
No,
have
it
to be
is.
because man to man, woman to woman, like, cause
Yeah.
there's not that gender thing that's like,
Right.
and that we can't fight right now. Like,
No, yeah, I definitely know a few people who have been fighting their boyfriends. I had a friend. I was like, "You didn't hit him back?" He like, "No." I'm like, "Boy, why you didn't hit this nigga back? You a nigga. Like, what's going on? Like, why did you not hit him back?" Like,
I love Torian's campaign. We both niggas at the end of the day.
yes, like stand up for yourself when nobody else gonna stand up for you. Like, this is the best to stand up. So if he not doing it, then you need to fight back. Like,
Hashtag stand up.
no, yeah, I was definitely surprised when my friend told me he didn't fight his dude back. I'm like, not you flying out to go see him and he beating your ass.
But some people don't be fighters. That's why some people are not fighters at all.
and see, like, and people who are like the abusers, they know the people that they need to be going for.
But that makes you even more of an
They
abuser.
know
for
who they
real.
should be trying and like who they can better manipulate.
Mm-hmm.
So like it comes with
And first of all, we all got to acknowledge that Torian is like 6'4". So let's not act like we got to acknowledge. Ain't nobody looking at Torian as no easy win. That's a shit. That's a
No, and that's why I like.
Yeah, that's like fighting Canelo. Shit, shit, you got to
Don't try
come
that
with
on
him.
me.
Fight Torian, goddamn it. Torian tall, big than a motherfucker. He's 6'4". Shit, nigga, you got to have shit. Is your hands ready? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get it fucked up.
Right, because I fight.
Torian said, "I fight. Damn." And Torian,
I would never try to be in that type of situation. Just off what I always experienced with family and shit like that. I would never. If it gets to that point, I'm out of here. If I feel like I want to put hands on you, if I can't talk to you and walk away, and you try to like still like push me to like argue and yell, I'm like, no, I need to walk away. You're not letting me. I'm gonna do something, and then I'm gonna walk away.
you know what we got to talk about though is that like people who use that, because Naomi brought it up. People use that guilt trip shit on folks though. That's a big reason why folks stay, right? I know dudes, unfortunately, who have been physical with women, and I know for a fact that they've used to tugging on the heartstrings type shit to make them stay, right? They'll be like, you're just gonna leave, like you're just gonna leave me like everybody else in my life has left me. You know what I'm saying? Well, just go ahead and leave. My mama left, my daddy left, just go ahead and leave me. And then
Like, oh yeah.
Like no
About
response.
to go.
Like do
I
not
had somebody do
respond.
that to me, and I was
No
like, "That is not
response.
fair." Like
Let's go.
that's
one
what
of
I'm
my
saying. See,
friends said that
shout
to
to
me. Like
Torian. Yeah, there you go. Talk that.
my
I'm like,
friend was
what
like,
heart, baby?
"My
You
dad
ain't
left me,
tugging
my
on
brother
no
left me. You gonna do this?"
heartstrings.
I said, "Girl, don't compare me to your father leaving you. I am different. I am not. Don't hold me to that
Like you're
standard."
not even my son. If your dad could do this to you, what makes you think it's gonna be hard for me? Yeah.
But like for some people though, that can be like, again, to Naomi's point, these people prey on and pick the perfect people for them. And they know that certain things is gonna work in their favor. So when they say it, and listen, man, and that's what we're talking about, like these red flags in relationships with domestic violence, because there can be some, and look, I fully understand, and making I'm not. I don't want to make it trivial or put it in a bad light of someone, or make someone feel bad that they stayed in a relationship that they shouldn't have stayed in. Because I understand that, man, it don't got to be physical. People stay in relationships that they know are bad for them all the time. It happens all the time where somebody's cheating, somebody's disrespecting you, whatever they're doing, and people stay in those relationships for whatever reason, right? So I'm not knocking your reason for staying. What I'm saying is that we just hope here on No Strings Attached that you find the strength, right, to leave that situation if it's violent, because you should leave. Trust me, that's not love. It's not, it's just not. It's not love if it's violent. Like me, I'm so deep. Like I told my wife a long time, she knows this. I would never call my wife out of her name. That, to me, that's crazy. Now, with that being said, that's a me thing. I can't project that on anybody else. I know people who have had issues with their significant other, with their wives, with their husbands, and they've called them out of their name and they're fine today. Me personally, I would never do that. That's all I'm saying. Again, I'm not knocking nobody who's done it. That's fine. I
Like
could never see
like
myself doing
calling
it.
her a bitch.
Yeah, I would never do that. No, I would never do that.
What about a hoe?
I would never do that. Again, it would have to be something extreme, like me walking in the house and she got like a nigga fucking her in our bedroom. Yes, now all bets are off, right? All bets are off. Now.
Okay, so if she's cheating, then she's a fucking hoe.
No,
and a dumb
no,
bitch.
no, no,
You
no.
stupid bitch. Why would you do this?
Hold
Our
on.
family.
No, not necessarily.
Not if she's just cheating, just if you catch her cheating.
If she's cheating respectfully, Naomi, if she might not be a hoe. If I just happen to find out that something went down, okay, now it's just the argument and a conversation, and we're probably gonna break up anyway. But if I walk in the house after coming home from work and it's a nigga in the bedroom, you know what I'm saying, pounding you out, oh yeah, you all kind of bitches and hoes now. I mean, what you want me to do? I mean, you know, I just walked in on you, you know what I'm saying, having sex with a random nigga.
It's like,
I mean,
in my marriage, cheating would be something that I have to tolerate. But prior to like
hold on,
prior to my marriage, then I would be like,
hold on,
Repete.
hold on, repete, s'il vous. Hold on, let me get on my French shit. Repete, s'il vous plaît. Repete, s'il vous plaît.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, it took me so long to like process that. I'm like, oh wow, okay, yeah.
I took French, my nigga. Don't get it fucked up.
No, it's super cool. I understand what you said. And
no,
so
we
with
all
that,
did because we all took French. Obviously, that's what's up.
There you go.
I know,
On some
I don't know
Libra
why
shit,
that
but
went off in my head,
Libras love French because French is the language of love.
And
So
my name is
naturally,
French.
the Venus children, we like a little Francais.
See, I didn't even know that. I just like taking French.
Period.
Wait, what did I say again? What was I talking? Oh yeah, in my marriage, I can tolerate cheating. I would have to. There was like,
Why would you? No, you don't have to do anything but stay black and die. That's it. Them the only two things you gotta do.
Not to say like I'm accepting this, like okay, here's like, but I'm just saying like
You've already accepted
outside of my
it.
marriage, that wouldn't be like something I would work on, but like within my marriage, like that's something I would have to like get through and work on, because clearly I
No
take
matter what.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lionel, she been having an affair for 3 years.
Yes, we did take French together.
Period. Shout out, Madame.
Shout out to Madame.
But
What
wow.
you about
Not
to
you
ask?
just going for this.
What are you about to say?
I was gonna say, okay, we were talking about you acceptance cheating. Oh yeah, like so 3 years she been fucking this other man for 3 years. You still gonna work it out? Because this is so drastic from what you say. Usually with cheating is that you would just straight up leave, like that you're not condoning it at all. So why is it marriage? See, maybe you gotta start believing in divorce like me.
See, with me about to like, with me approaching 28 and everything, I'm about to be 28 now, and then of course just like being more committed than I was previously. Now I say, like, there's no end for me. I'm telling you, like that's why I've always been really. I don't know if apprehensive is the word with marriage, but I've been really, aside from like, I don't think decisive is the word either, but I've been like.
Y'all got me over here. I'm over here burning sage. Go ahead.
I use great discernment, like with marriage, because I don't plan on like remarrying. I don't plan on divorcing. I don't plan on any of those things. Like vows mean the world to me. I feel like that truly comes from the heart, and like I would never say that and like not mean it. So that's one of those things I have to even recognize to myself, like, oh shit, this means a lot. To like say this, to say it means a lot. Not just like say it and then be like, okay, I'm in this position. Fuck this. I'm not okay with it. You already said
But the vow has been broken. Not even by you though. But the vow is broken.
Yeah, but at what point does it say like, okay, unless these vows are broken, like no, you still have to hold your own vow.
But what if she just keep cheating, Lionel?
Like I wouldn't mind being like separated, but that doesn't mean I'm divorced.
Yeah. So you would just go off. I'm like,
yes, I would just go off into the abyss.
That's just so crazy for you to say that.
Where the Leos at out here? Shout out to the Lions.
I'm part Leo. Shout out to the Leos, bro.
Yeah, let me make sure I say this though, man. On the domestic situation. First of all,
what you gonna do, Roy, if you get cheated on?
You know what? You know what's crazy? To Lionel's point, when I was a younger man, I would have a much different reaction. Now that I'm older and I understand, you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that we got kids, we got a lot of shit going on. I'm not gonna sit here and lie on this show. One thing that I've prided myself on for years on this show is that I've kept it a stack. It would depend on the situation of the cheating. Was the nigga in my house? Was the nigga in my car? No, we're talking.
No, I know. It's just so funny that's so serious for you, for real. Like,
yeah, like
hold the fuck on, brother. Where y'all at?
No, look. So I just know he'll be asking all the questions. You know, like niggas. Oh my, I don't like that shit. Don't be fucking asking me 21 questions.
No. You can't tell me that you were cheating and then not expect for me to ask you questions
or not.
Right? Because like if you're gonna tell me that you cheated, but first of all, I gotta know that if you cheated, the first thing is, do you want to work it out with me? Right? Okay, fine. Once you say you want to work it out with me, now you got to be okay with me asking you questions to make myself comfortable.
That's the first question, for real. That's a great question.
Yeah, I need to know like where this shit take place. Right?
That is a good question to ask.
What did I do or what was I not doing that made you confide in this other person? You know what I'm saying? To a physical standpoint. Because like I'm not gonna lie, there might be something that I can say, you know what? Shit. It's been like 3 years, man, and I've been like grinding, trying to get no strings popping and shit. I'm not making time for you. We're not doing this, we're not doing that. And I could potentially rationalize my neglect of you, right?
No, that's so
I
true.
might not agree with it, but to Lionel's point, maybe I could ration. That's why I say now that I'm older and I've been married for a long time now, I can't just because listen, man, I know people that have been married for a while and things have happened and they have worked through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is.
Because
People
that's
like
with everything else within like a relationship, marriage, committed relationship as well. Like there's tough things that you guys face together that you realize, damn, this is not something I would have ever wanted to deal with. It may not be like cheating, or it may not be something else that's like that, but nonetheless, it's something that you have to like look at together and recognize the fact that damn, this can't exist between us, and like, what do we do to move forward? So like
And I
once you
think
realize that you can even do that once, then you can do that again and with any situation. It's like you just
and,
apply that.
and I gotta be honest, women might not like when I say this, but in a relationship with a man and a woman, there is a difference in the cheating, right? And it has nothing to do with what happened. It has everything to do with the sexual organs in my perspective, right? It has everything to do with the sexual organs, right? Like, so if you're my wife, my lady, and now you're laying down and you're receiving another phallus, that's deep, right? Like, because now like you're accepting that energy into you. I got to keep it a buck now, right? Let's go there. You're accepting this.
You're giving it about 25 cents.
What is a
Drop that
phallus? Is that like another word for what I'm thinking?
Look at Naomi. Naomi
Okay,
funny.
so Roy, if that's the thing, if it's like a phallus thing, what if turns out her mistress was another woman? How do you take that?
Okay, well, I've said this for years on this show. Most men are not upset with her cheating with another woman. They actually are excited about that. Niggas get excited
at first until you're like, oh, this bitch is actual competition.
Like, oh wow.
Like she's actually
and you can't
my
get no
dick.
play with it. They think they only
She
type
just
say,
took
"Oh, I
my
can mess around."
bitch.
Exactly. So you find out it's a stud.
You know
and you
what's
like, oh shit.
No.
You
I
know
can't
what's
do no
crazy?
stud.
You know what's crazy though, and this is just my perspective. I could actually deal with that better. I'm not gonna stunt to you.
Yeah, but that's a good point though. What if it's not like another like girly girl or like feminine woman? Like what if it's like a stud that like kind of is super masculine?
That's what I'm saying. Like I could deal with that better only because again, man, this is just me. I'm an old nigga. I'm toxic. I understand. In my brain, what I'm obsessed with is you laying on your back or bending over and this nigga putting long D in you. That's what that's what's in my brain.
That's the part.
Her putting artificial D in you or licking the box. I'm like, well, I can
Like,
deal with
okay,
that better. I can deal with that better. I'm just gonna be honest.
And that's
with you.
crazy that you say that because
I
like
think I
usually you
agree.
hear women say that like I'd rather him cheat on me with another woman than a man. But you say I'd rather it be a woman than another man.
Yeah.
That's just crazy to hear.
It is because to me, another woman, because look, if it's another woman,
Hey, pause, please hold it. Stanley, if your girl's a stripper, please let her know we want her on the show at some point. I was just thinking about wanting to do a stripper episode, but I don't even know any strippers. So sidebar, but okay, we back. Pause.
man, I love them strippers. Go ahead. Yeah, but no, I'm just saying, like, because if it's a woman, I can recognize in myself, I can never be a woman. Well, technically, I guess if people want to be technical, I could be. I can do this, that. Right, but I have no desire to be a woman, right? So, like, she wants something that I have no desire to be. I can rationalize that better in my brain. Versus, she just said, "Oh, I just want to be with this other man," and I'm like, "Well, hold on now."
Like that actually hits the ego right there.
Right, like that would hit different for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did he do? You know what I'm saying? What did he say? And again, in my brain, all I'm thinking about is you receiving that phallus. That's all I'm thinking about. What
You
type of
cannot go
nasty?
to that place. You can't go to that place. That's the dark side.
No, and look, I want to say you keep saying that as if it's nothing for women to feel like you're putting that phallus into someone else. Like you're literally entering somebody else. That's a real feeling for a woman to have. So I feel like it's just perspectives, because that's why cheating can be so bad. Like you really laid this woman down and went inside her.
Like clearly the phallus is the bottom line.
No, like nigga, control your dick, please.
Lay your body down and let me in. Who sung that song? Who was that? Lay your body down and let
Is
me
it Pretty Ricky or not?
That feels like Pretty Ricky, right?
Cause you know what's going down.
There you go. There you go, Naomi.
Dang, I don't know.
That was my shit though, right?
I know you heard about
my
Get reputation. There you go. Everybody know the song. Who the fuck sings it?
Pretty Willie. That's who it was. Pretty Willie.
That's
Not
way
Pretty
too
Ricky.
close to Pretty Ricky.
Oh, that nigga's generic as fuck. What the hell?
I was just reading the first
That was
name
my
and
man. I
then doing
love
all with my
Pretty
life.
Willie.
I was just reading that Pretty and getting out of there. So I was like, oh, Pretty Ricky.
Yeah, Pretty Willie.
Ashley was on there. Ashley was like, Pretty Willie.
Look,
That's out of line, Pretty Willie. Change your name.
he's not even big. He only had like 2 hits.
He came from that same era. He said, I have to. I gotta come with this Pretty Willie. It's like they too hot.
That was the shit though. Lay your body down. That was the shit right there.
With the beat. Dun, dun.
Right. Because I know you heard my freaky reputation. That was the shit.
We had that other song too. What was that song? Good Thing? Yeah. My
How does that
good
go?
thing, I was with you. To do you something to the wrong thing, I was with you.
Oh, that's
I
him
don't even
too?
see- yeah.
Oh, shit.
I don't even see him at a conference when I was like, it was my pre-college conference, and he came and like
Wow.
saw I was like, whoa, Pretty
Like, Pretty Willie is here. I would have been thinking Pretty Ricky.
Pretty
No,
Willie.
Definitely thought they said that at first. Like, what? Not for us.
Right. It's gonna be lit.
Okay.
Like,
all
where
right.
is Pretty
I want to
Ricky?
transition a little bit from the domestic topic. That's so heavy. Did anybody see what's this nigga's name? Is it NLE Chopper? Is that his name?
Oh yeah.
I did not see. I just know that's his name.
I could have watched that video if you from the show when he got. I was like,
Okay, so NLE Chopper was on Jason Lee's show. First of all, let me shout out to Jason Lee.
no.
Jason Lee out here getting it.
Episode with Cardi.
Jason Lee is out here getting it, man. He doing this thing. Ashley said we owed his. Ashley said we owed his. Real talk. That was my shit. Lay your body down.
Girl, speak for yourself. I'm not.
Yeah, boy.
I'm like, but I guess Ashley is older than me too.
Damn, Ashley. How old are you, Ashley? I'm just playing. All right. Let's
She
go
my
ahead.
age.
She's 14.
Okay.
Not
So
14.
NLE Chopper was on with Jason Lee, and they were playing a game called Smash or Pass, right? And he was bringing up different celebrities. Would you smash or would you pass, right? So let's pick it up.
Let's play.
Ashley's only 30. Okay, Ashley. So, but
Period.
is it? But I look 22. Okay. Is it? Okay, I gotta go here now. My wife will not get mad about me asking this, Ashley. Is it? And I'm gonna go play NLE Chopper after I ask this, Ashley. But is it low mileage coochie? Okay, let's go. Here goes NLE Chopper.
You want a jail?
Here goes NLE Chopper. Let's go.
All right, this next one, she's recently single. Megan Good.
Man, I was waiting on her. Yes, man. Like, listen.
Let me call Megan real
Hey,
quick. Hold
you
on.
got Megan number?
Come on, I'm Jason Lee. Don't play with
Come
me.
on, she gotta answer. Hey, on me, I've been wanting to take on a dinner. I want to get like some roses playing. Like, I want to do like some real, so I never did before. For me.
Okay, let's stop it right there. This nigga said he want to take her on a dinner and give her some roses or some shit he never did before. Who are the ratchet women that he's been dating? Well, he never went to dinner and gave roses.
9 grown women his age.
How old is he?
Who got the information? How old is NLE Chopper?
Yeah,
Nah, he
he's
might be
younger
younger
than
than
me,
that.
I think.
Yeah, he seems
Because he
Younger than us.
he's 20. Oh wow, he's 20.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
How old is he?
20.
He's 20.
How old is Megan Good? Look up
Can't
Megan
even
Good.
She's
jinx
gonna be
it.
21.
How old am I at this point? Wow.
No, it'd be so crazy when you have to put it in perspective.
How old is Megan Good? She's 40 what? She's 40 something.
41, 42.
41.
But it's not like I've
41,
had this
okay.
beard for a lifetime. The fact that I even have a beard this big, I've got to be up there.
No, he a cute little 20-year-old. Okay, period.
And,
He's
and
Christian
let me
since he cut
shout
his
out to
hair.
Ashley. Ashley said it's very low mileage coochie. Shout out to Ashley. Very low. Okay, let's get back to Elite Chopper. Let's go.
He also toxic too.
Preacher, all that. What else you want me to be?
He is not
Megan.
toxic.
Hey, who's this?
This is Jason Lee. This is my other phone. But I'm literally sitting here filming my show right now. I'm filming right now with a rapper who just said your name. We're playing a game called Smash or Pass. I put up Megan Good and he almost fell out of his chair. Everybody else has been getting passes.
What?
Say hello to NLE Chopper. He hasn't given me this much energy the whole interview, but now I see every tooth in his mouth.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing, Meg?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm extremely blessed. I was just telling. She hung up.
Let me see.
Okay. First of all, okay, she's gonna come back on, but that nigga was hurt. That nigga was hurt right there.
He was probably a little bit relieved. Like, okay, hold
He
on.
said, "I'm extremely blessed." So he was excited. Let's go
No,
back.
he was finna keep going. I was ready to see him talk his shit. And
That's
she
a
was
blessing
we
to be
gonna
able
get
to talk
to
to Megan Good. He is blessed for sure.
Let's go, NLE Chopper. Let's talk let's spit your game, talk your shit. Let's go.
Phone died.
No, it got disconnected. Megan wouldn't do that.
Not Megan when it do
Now
that.
he really caught that.
Look at God. God said, oh no. Oh, God said, I shall restore you. Hold on. Hello.
Hey,
Wait,
sorry, that's my mother breaking through.
Wait,
What did
listen. The phone died. I said, look at God intercepting the call. And then when you call back, I said, look at he will restore you. Hold on a second.
Let me do this again. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
I thought you hung up on me.
No, I did not. My mother was calling, and I was trying to tell her like I would, call back, and then it ended it, and I was like, no.
So, pretty much, I was saying that you was pretty much back on the market. I wanted to do something real sweet for you. I don't know. I didn't want to give you too much because I wanted it to be a surprise, like roses and dinner, something like that. But I'm gonna pray on it though, because I don't know if that's far reach or not.
She's going to cuss me out in a Christian way when we get done with this call.
I'm all for the praying about it though.
Yeah, I'm strong on prayer, extremely strong. I actually been praying to meet you. And
look at God, how he just blessed you
that's
right
crazy.
now.
That's why I got that excited.
Hilarious.
But yeah, it's NLE Chopper. I just wanted to say, hey, if you don't know too much about me, you can leave.
Yeah, I'm about to right now.
Okay.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. You have a blessing. That's
You have a blessing.
Let me say bye to Megan. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Megan. Bye. See, what happened over here?
Yeah, that's my baby.
Okay, there you go. Shout out to NLE Chopper.
So cute. When his birthday?
November 1st, I think.
A Scorpio.
Yeah, same birthday as Tierra.
Not birthday
Wow,
twin with Tierra and Nas.
I know, that's crazy. This is my son.
No, I'm like, he's cute.
That made me really uncomfortable though. Like
He was only 20 though.
Like I should not have been privy to that conversation.
But fuck it, he gonna shoot his shot, and that's why it's cute. Cause like fuck it, if it gotta be on Jason Lee's show, and this is your opportunity, like you've been praying for the day. Like damn, if I could ever get at Megan Good, and boop, like okay, this one gotta be fuck it.
She did say I'm gonna look you up though.
No, she said I'm about to right now. Because he said I don't know if you know too much about me. She was like, I'm about to right now.
No, she
All
seemed
right.
pretty.
Okay,
like,
you're gonna look him up.
no,
You
she
really
seemed
finna
pretty
be dating
available. Like
that.
she was totally here for the whole exchange.
And he's very spiritual. She probably not looking for nothing serious. Go ahead, get your cougar on, because
No, she
I
probably
ain't gonna
like
lie,
young.
it'd be some cute little young boys out here. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay,
It
talk
do.
that talk,
It
man.
do. It do. I hate it.
Look, hey,
Naomi said it'd be
like
some
It's
kids or
legal.
young
You
boys.
look, Roy gonna
How
defend us
younger?
like
How
he
young are we
defend.
talking,
Roy gonna
Naomi?
defend us because he defend all the men.
How young are we talking? Because at the end
Like
of the day,
22.
Okay, that ain't too young.
I feel like the lowest you can go is 23. You need to bring it up a year. And their birthday needs to be before October.
I don't know. Them young boys be loving me. I'm not gonna lie.
As long as they 23, born in October, then okay. Before October.
I don't know.
I
Because
feel
just
like
think, even that guy, he's
Them
20.
94, 95 babies. I don't know.
Even this guy, he's 20. That means that would be such a big
90.
No, he 2002.
That means he was born in 2003.
Oh my
He's
God, that's my
2002. He
brother's.
finna be 21. He about to be 21.
That's
in
my
November.
brother age.
I know. That's way too much.
22, never. It would depend.
I feel like a 2000 baby is already a.
I feel like Naomi needs to be on that Destiny's Child song. What's the song they got with Lil Wayne and the Soldier song? I need for Naomi to like explain herself on that motherfucking song.
What you mean?
Well, because they told you what they like. Like Beyonce told you, she described Jay-Z perfectly. She like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so quick this good, yo, Beyonce. I need to figure out like what you looking for out here.
I'm like, I know it when I see it. You know, I always say my type is just a real nigga.
I ain't got no
Definitely feel
type.
that song, Soldier. I definitely got a type. I'm like, he gotta look good.
What does
He gotta
look good mean, though?
he gotta look good. He gotta be a real nigga. You know, he gotta be about his bread. He gotta have a gun. He gotta have a truck.
Not a gun. And a
Dead ass on some Texas shit. Okay, I'm a Texas girl, and I got some Texas necessity basics. Okay,
Nigga, you ain't got no gun? Fuck
you ain't got
out.
no like, nigga. How
Can you protect me?
Nah, facts. Like, okay, so you just out here not strapped up. All right.
Yeah, but that's not the only way to protect yourself. And a gun is not Texas. Like, that's just Western, I guess. It's like some
everywhere.
Nah, it's not even everywhere.
No, it's not everywhere. It's like Western shit. And then places that's not in America that got guns is because Americans gave it to them. Bitch, don't play that. It's a weird Western
I know
shit.
niggas who had guns.
The world is not moving based on guns unless
They
you like
hunt.
weird European coming from like colonization. Like, that's strange. We don't want to push a button in life. That's not what we want to do.
Unless I got to.
You never will have to.
Hey, shout out to Houston. Hold on, shout out to Houston. On the southwest side, it was just a 50, I think she was 53-year-old woman who had a food truck on the southwest side of Houston who had to end up shooting the motherfucker that tried to pull up on her. So shout out to her. She defended herself.
Kill him.
No, and it's
Kill
just
them.
like times is just crazy right now. You don't never know. But I also understand that like you can't also exist in this reality where that shit doesn't have to affect you for sure. But
Oh, hold on.
Looks like
Goddamn.
either her or him.
Tierra said 94. So hold on. What about if
no, I'm like, see, but them, that's what I was trying to say before. Them 94, 95 babies, something else. I don't know.
Hold on. Damn.
I
What
can't
about
deal with them right now. Like,
what about the 80s babies, Tierra? Damn.
If I wasn't dating, if I feel like I like 95ers because I'm a 95er.
Oh, she didn't say older. My fault. I'm sorry.
If it wasn't a 95er, if I wasn't dating a 95er, it would have to be someone like older. Like, it would have to be like 93, 92, 91, 90, so on.
I actually have experienced like more outside of my age range than right within it. Like, just because I feel like guys who were like at my age when I was like heavy on the dating things, like they weren't on no serious shit, right? So I was always dating older. So I was already not fucking with like the 94, 95. All them niggas around my age, like, okay, all y'all niggas just on some play shit. But I don't know. I think like as you get older as a woman, being a cougar and going down, like especially if you're not wanting no real shit, like, okay, let me mess with this little 20-something. He looking good. He got a nice little body.
You stepped into your cougarhood. Wow.
You see?
No,
That's
like
what.
I'm a grown
Hey,
woman now. That's why I'm really, my Saturn
Lionel.
return. I just entered my Saturn return, y'all. Well, specifically, it'll start in May, but I'm in Saturn return age, so I'm definitely like a grown woman now. So
You see, Lionel? That's why I said that Soldier song by Destiny's Child, because Michelle said, "Oh, he looking good and he talking right." I feel like that's what Naomi looking for.
he the type that might change my life.
Shout out to Michelle Williams.
My girls be like, "Look, that's Roy." That he's like, "That was it." She finally
That's
saw
the shit
that.
right there. That's the one right there. You dig?
Maybe.
I'm just saying, if his status ain't hood, that's a toxic ass song.
No, that shit's real. It just shows like, you know.
But hold on, they talking about if his status ain't hood. What if he just a young college boy? He just was a good young man.
It be hella niggas who from the hood who go to college.
I was just about to say that exactly.
But what if he's not from the hood though? Then and he's a young.
Then
Well,
like,
that's the problem.
cause I honestly like, I don't know.
Hold
you
on, so
gotta
Naomi,
be with
you
a type
saying you
of person
couldn't-
that know how to navigate certain spaces, or at least I need to be with a type of person that knows how to navigate certain.
Hey, are you
spaces.
social? Can I take you out in public?
No facts, like to the hood too, like to the
The
spot.
hood, that's true.
Like we're gonna be in the spots, like
Naomi, like, so hold on, nigga, you don't want to eat this Frenchies? The fuck out of here! Like the fuck, you can't go to these. Okay, I got you. Okay.
and
I'm
but
just-
I don't know. There's definitely like women who wouldn't care about that shit. But like I said, like I'm the one. I need a little bit of a realer, a little bit of a.
I'm just saying, like, if you come to SA and you like, let's go to Wayne's Wings, and he like, Wayne's Wings, fuck out of here. What would you say?
I'm like you. I like I've had Wayne's wings.
He wasn't living out there when Wayne's Wings was popping.
No, I'm like
that's why my question. No, my question is, I need to see your chicken. I need to see your chicken head. Let me see. I don't need to just see you hit the chicken head. I need to see the Harlem Shake. Let me see you shake that ass too. While we're
The
at
heel
it.
toe, I need to see.
While we're at it.
Yes.
No, okay.
No,
Okay, this can
period.
work. Okay.
Okay, last story for the night. Let's get up out of here on this story, because I got to get up out of here on this, because I've been telling y'all this for maybe 2-3 years that we've been doing this show, all of us together. I've been telling y'all to be careful when you having sex with your partner, because here's what happened. A Texas man, he had to confess that he accidentally strangled his girlfriend during sex. You see? He was doing too much. I don't know who was into it too much. I don't know if she was asking for it, he was asking for it. But you see what can happen. I keep telling y'all got to be careful. Keep your hands to yourself, God damn it.
You know what? And I always endorse. I always endorse hitting the pressure points. But especially when you come into the neck and those arteries, that's insane. I can't believe you actually killed somebody. That's horrifying. But then again, is it horrifying? Because people die every day, and like
people die every day.
Maybe that's not a bad way to
because
die.
of you.
I don't know, maybe that's not horrible. I mean, like, okay, just scratch that. Bottom line, every pressure points, like you really need to be like not trying to take somebody out. This is not the objective here. It's like we're not coming like that. We only want this to feel good.
I don't think he was
firm. Make it a little firm. That's fine. A little pressure, but like, how do you get to this point?
No, like that.
Was she like fighting for her life? Was this intentional? That's what I need to ask. Because what the fuck?
Look, I don't want to make light because the young man is doing time apparently, but like, I don't know, man, because it can be different in these sexual experiences, because maybe she wants you to, maybe she or he is asking for that experience of keep doing it while I'm quote unquote kind of telling you to stop. I don't know is what I'm telling you.
But that's why you have, like, everyone knows you need a safe word if you're gonna take it there. Because then, like, what do you say if you can't say like, okay, no, this is enough, like, and you were saying
Or a
like,
hand gesture.
there's got to be something.
Let me ask you this, okay? That sounds good, Lionel, with a safe word. How many of
you gotta do a
y'all?
gesture because you can choke. You can't be like,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. How many of y'all have ever really established a safe word though? That's what I'm saying. I've never established a goddamn safe word.
That's you ain't no freak. You don't be doing no freaky stuff.
I'm not
That's
coming
them
like
people
that
who be
at
getting
all.
some freaky
You gotta
stuff.
be on some different type of shit to be.
Which I know, so maybe some people are coming like that, but I know for a fact that's not even necessary here.
I'm just saying, like, I've never in my life having sex established a safe word. This
But
nigga
in
said
some
my safe word
situation,
is
that's
China.
necessary, clearly.
China, nigga. God damn it. I'm just saying, like, I've never like you know what I'm saying, I've never had a safe word. You know what I'm saying? I can honestly say that. With that being said, I think that you like, because when you get to the point of establishing a safe word, at that point you're acknowledging a certain level of freak that you're into.
Mm-hmm.
And some people are uncomfortable with that.
Like, are we crossing this line?
Yeah, like we gotta have a show at some point about anal sex, and I say that respectfully. No, I bring it up because like there are some people who would like women who enjoy that, who are uncomfortable with asking for it. They're uncomfortable. They just want a man to kind of quote unquote venture there, and it's like, well, hold on, I don't know. Is this what you into or not, motherfucker? I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I ain't never heard that shit before, Rory. Where the fuck you get that from?
wait, hold on. Wait to the
Was that
comments.
man scared?
Listen, let me say this. I got
I've been wanting to try it, but
nah. The reason I'm bringing this up,
That's you and your friends who be fucking white bitches.
no. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, Naomi? All of my homeboys who brought this shit up was fucking black chicks, and this is my homeboys who are fucking young chicks, younger females. When I talk about younger women, I'm talking about between 25 to 20.
I
They're
believe that
fucking-
because I was just watching a podcast with like black strippers. So I want to do a stripper episode, but it was like maybe 7 women, and they all were like wanting to have anal, and they all were down for eating their man's ass too.
You see what
Even
I'm
when the
saying? So,
man
right,
didn't want his
there you
ass
go.
ate, they were still wanting to eat the ass too.
I'm telling you, Naomi, look,
Granted, they were strippers.
Naomi, you may have grown out, you may have aged out of this phase. There's a totally different women.
Not aged out.
There's a group of women behind you, Naomi, who into
Just
some whole other shit.
doing anal.
They super into that shit now. I'm trying to tell you. They like, yo, I want anal, I want this, I want that, and like, you know, I'm just telling you. I'm just saying.
I knew this girl who said she enjoyed anal more than vaginal sex.
Wow.
There you go, Torian.
I can imagine.
You can imagine.
You can imagine. Now you can imagine. Ain't that a bitch? I was a weirdo a second ago, but now you can imagine. Ain't that a bitch?
No.
When you said men don't want to do it, I think that's what she was talking about, right, Naomi? Or no?
No,
what
listen.
You said.
Naomi was talking about women.
Then?
Huh?
What were you disagreeing with him about? That women want it?
I don't know what I was saying originally. Look, we got here because of Roy.
Naomi high.
We got here because of Roy. Well, because I had replied to something that Torian said, but then I can't remember.
No, but I'm just saying though, they're like, listen, again, shout out to Childish Gambino. Sex is a spectrum. We're like, whatever you know me. I've said this for years on this show. Whatever you do with the opposite sex is not gay. So if you into that, if that's what y'all do, that's just what y'all do as adults, right? I don't give a fuck. And that's fine. But what I've heard from my homeboys who deal with younger women is that they are super into anal play. And like older women, typically you gotta like coerce them into that shit. Like, it's my birthday. And it's the weekend, you know what I'm saying? You know,
I heard an older woman recently say that's the hole she's saving for her husband because she's not.
I was just thinking that, like,
that's out of line.
There you go. You see?
That. I'm
That's
like, but
line.
what if my husband? Well, my husband gonna have a big dick.
That's out of line. Though.
My husband has, yeah.
Like, not you saved this for. This is what you saved. This is the absolutely not.
It's too late for that other. I wasn't thinking about it.
It's my birthday. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, so I don't know because like a big dick, I think anal, like you would have to start with like a smaller size. That's when like smaller size guys come.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute, Naomi. Hold on. So you saying the little dick niggas get anal?
Yeah,
And the big thing is you don't.
they for sure get it more. That's probably what's happening with your homeboys.
Yo,
no, because like if your dick is big, like you just can't like no, you can't just be sticking that up there. Like you gonna fuck up something.
Get you some lube.
No, that's just too
lube it up.
big. It's gonna hurt. Especially like you have to be fucking somebody who's already a pro, who already didn't like been on that shit.
Shit, you got to get some training. Goddamn it! All right, we getting out of here for tonight. I don't know how we got here either. Everybody asking me how we got here.
Stay tuned for the anal show, guys.
I know. Tune in.
Maybe that will be our Friday night comeback show.
I know we ain't had a Friday night show in like 2 years. We have a Friday night sex show
and the stripper roundtable.
Listen, I would love.
Okay, and I have the perfect girl that I already know, and she's a Libra too, who I've been following for a minute, and I would definitely love to have her on the show.
Man, I love
Stanley.
I was like
friends.
She's a stripper and she be doing her sex work and she be fucking doming too, I think.
Oh, we had a dom on the show years ago who said that like she was 100% cool with dominate with being a dom with non-black men. She was like when there's a black dude, she would do it if the money was right, but she would immediately lose respect. And I was like, that's fucked up.
That is fucked
up. I would feel that too. Like I wouldn't want to do that to black men. Like I would for
sure.
That's
what they wanted. Like that's fucked up. That's racist.
No. No. We just want you to love yourself. Like love yourself. Like
I do love myself.
That's like his self-care for the day. He's like, I'm about to get me a dom.
Like this don't make no damn sense.
It's like that's his self-love for the weekend. He's like, I'm gonna get a dom for the night and I'm gonna stop fucking up his game, okay?
No, she said she gonna do it. She just gave respect to No, I wouldn't want to do that. I definitely wouldn't take black clients. Like, what the fuck? This is I'm not stepping on your balls. This is crazy.
Naomi's racist. Let me put it up there. Hold on, let me put the comment back up there. That's racist.
Just racist. It's horrible.
What my nigga Kanye said. Kanye said, remember your friend? You said if you ever, she would be the one. Well, I was thinking, hypothetically, I mean,
don't take this
seriously. That's like one of my favorite Kanye songs of all time.
No, that hoe goes so hard. What's your addiction? Is it money? Is it girls? Is it weed?
I've been not one, not two, but all three. Shout out to Kanye too.
No, shout out to motherfucking Ye. I hope he's doing well.
Right. We ain't seen from him.
He made that comeback.
No, he definitely did just come back. And I'm glad I was up. I was up when he put that shit.
Yeah, he said that he's cool with Jews now, right? He's okay with Jews now.
After
he was like, Jonah Hill made me feel like, no, same, because I watched that movie with Lauren London. Did y'all watch that?
Yeah, I did.
That Netflix movie? Y'all like it?
Yeah.
I've never
I wish it was like longer, like they went deeper. It was good.
Pause.
No, that shit was just as long as it needed to be. I was like, okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Good. Good, you know, like let me support Eddie Murphy. Let me see what the fuck.
You know what? I was trying to support him too after I had seen Nutty Professor for the first time. I was like, I gotta.
Wow, you just seen Nutty Professor?
Not the first time.
It's like 3 of the motherfuckers out.
No, but at least, but number
like
one, of course, is the most important.
In
so
January.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you.
It was very it was a moment. I cried so hard watching that movie. It was really good, and I love Eddie Murphy now.
Bro, I used to have a fucking I remember I had a nightmare of like the nightmare he had on that movie, like when he like flattened the girl in the sand, like he like was kissing her.
You woke up like,
I'm gonna die.
All right, let's get up out of here tonight, man. Let's leave. I'm gonna leave y'all tonight with a little bit of Keisha Cole for the night. Just a few seconds. We out of here, man. Thank y'all. We'll be back next week. We're gonna get a Friday show together as well for some goddamn talk about some sex. You dig?
Let's
Make
talk
sure
about
y'all
the
rate.
sex, baby.
You understand? We out here. Peace.
Come on.